Alright, yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. And today we're going to be getting some coaching lessons on League of Legends because we're trash as is. And so, yeah, just wanna, some guy hit me up with an opportunity named Guilty. If you guys want to check him out, by the way, TraceTCG.com, find our website. Actually, I'll put it in the description right now, actually, for you guys here. Actually, it's already there. Cool, perfect. So, basically how the stream's gonna go, I will not be reading chat, let's put it this way. I'm gonna hop into a channel with this moan. And, yeah. Hold on. Channel. And basically, we are going to learn League of Legends better. Oh, by the way, the only character we play is Ari, or whatever. Take your time, buddy boy. Take your time. Take your time. Thumbs up. Shit. That's not a thumbs up. That was a thumb with a slash. There's a thumbs up, though. Okay. So, we've cleaned our desktop. Now everything is in the shit file, or folder, rather. Yes. Co-op versus AI. Motherfuckers. Hackers. You know? Oh, I should probably mention, too. Oh, I should probably mention. I literally only play at the moment. What? Huh? Blind pick channel. That way we don't have pew. That's your puke. Alright. Professor Pew Pew, eh? Sounds good, buddy.
Yeah, he's a good player. I just don't want to put you with him on day one. It's too much of a feeling like LS.
Okay. I don't know what LS means, but alright.
Oh, LS is a famous coach that's kind of a pain in the ass to work with because it's almost like having an Olympic coach that'll make you incredible, but you have to tolerate him well enough to get good.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. And that guy is cool, but you don't want to start with him on day one.
Yeah.
One of his league aliases is an account called Stop in capital letters STOP. And the other one is Professor Pew Pew, and I think he's got Pebble Pew and a couple other accounts, but
I see. Yeah. No, I haven't played League in, I'd say a month or two now. But I know the basic. Holy shit, you're level 203. Oh my god.
doesn't mean anything. It's just the raw total from when I started.
Now, when did you start, actually? Just curious.
Season 2.
What season are we on now?
9.
Oh shit! All right. Well,
So
that makes sense.
I never left, and I've been playing every day since it started, or since I started.
I feel.
And the trick, of course, is just to find something somebody likes to do, and then show them how to do it better.
I see.
And League is funny because like there's so many different spots and different champions and ways to go about it. That if somebody just has something they want to develop, I'm really good for that. Or if you want to figure out what it is you're good at, I can help you with that.
I don't really know. You
All right, well let's just play and figure it out.
All right. Sounds good to me. I should have got the message, but I usually only play Ari. Or.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That makes you a mid laner. That's great to know. And then I will go with whatever I want for bot games, I guess.
Okay. So you're then. So basically, you're a coach then, mid-level coach, yeah.
I'm more like Scar in that I play and coach.
Oh, I see.
But Scar, of course, is a much better player and coach than I am. But I aspire to be. So there we go.
Fair enough.
He's a household name. I'm just this guy.
By the way, is my microphone okay? You don't hear any static in there? Hey? Oh, sorry, my game is loading. Can't hear you.
Oh, and that might be right.
You sound fine for me, but it's alright. Alright, boys.
Yeah, so like Wendell and Phoenix running this thing is interesting, and I'm sure you have plenty of experience in clan politics and everything else. And so anything that you see me doing right or wrong that you feel can be better, let me know.
All right, sounds good, man. I will indeed.
It's one thing I figured out from like the rest of the world is like leaders have to be humble, and they have to be not afraid to make mistakes, or else they'll never go anywhere.
Well, that was the polar opposite of me and TCG then.
Well, I mean, everybody has their own style. I'm not saying one style is better or worse.
Alright. I mean, yeah, each their own, I guess. Excuse me.
Definite Nayashi's first rodeo.
Holy shit, the game's not on. Sorry. Alright. Anyone?
What's that?
It's just talking to myself, sorry.
That's fine. It's been known to happen, sir. It's been known to happen. So League is funny because there's basically two battles in every game. There's the lane battle and then there's the actual battle. The lane battle is concluded as soon as one tower is down anywhere. Once that's down, you can pretty much go wherever you want, but you want to move with your team whenever you can.
Oh, I see. That makes sense, yeah.
So big phase wall of your team fight. You might return to lane and get farmed, but once that tower's down, it pretty much means everyone else is going to run.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand most basics of the game. I used to play with Vader, Wendell, and whatnot, right? So I understand like the concept of how to play. It's just basically mechanics and afterwards, right?
Okay, so that I can definitely help you with. That'll be good. And if you're talking about Ari, everything really, like you said, is positioning and engage, and also when the order in which you use your skills against what champion. So like, I'll watch one of your engages and figure out what you're doing, and then I'll figure out how you can optimize it.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And also it comes down to comfort level too, because the way you engage a certain player might not be the way you engage somebody prepared by them.
I think that works just in like general though. Yeah.
True. Because if it's somebody that like you're gonna come in and just beat the living bejesus out of, then you just wombo face roll and it's over. But if it's somebody that like you want to figure out how good they are, which happens in ARAM and up, there's just kind of a different approach.
Yeah. No, I mostly just I mainly just play blind pick up until the last few weeks. Yeah.
And so the only problem with blind pick is there's no bans anywhere in there. So you're always
Yeah.
going to be playing the most powerful champions in the game in blind pick. Which is good and bad. The good thing is you'll know that champion really well because you'll be facing it all the time. But the bad news is when it gets banned, you won't be able to play it.
Fair enough.
If you were playing ranked, for instance.
Yeah, so if Ari gets banned, then I won't know how to play any other character. Then we'll just
I'm
SOL.
gonna make sure you have more than one mid in Ari, but
Obviously.
but it's nice if somebody doesn't know that you're an Ari main, for instance. Ari comes up and you get it, and that's part of your best comfort pick is Ari. Then by all means play it. If they somehow know that you're an awesome Ari, then you probably want something else in your quiver that you can pull out mid lane just in case that happens. And that's basically like diversifying your champion.
Okay.
And it's easy to do that as far as like, especially being up to a certain point of the league player, because you really only need 2 champs per lane to do that well. If those 2 are banned, there's other champs that play like those 2. But as long as you have a good handle on those 2, you can play anything in the game. And that's because you already know positioning, you already know farming, you already know how you're going to support your team, that sort of stuff. All that knowledge is meta in that.
Yeah.
Like a good LCS player is probably doing 100 farm every. An amateur player is not going to do that.
Well, I consider myself not. I'd say like in between, I guess. It's a.
Right.
Yeah.
And which is fine. Most people are not LCS players. I just bring up that number because it's what people are capable of. And like a max elo player, like a best in class player, is able to do that. But I don't expect myself to be able to do it. And most of the people that can do it aren't asking me to show them something. So it just gives you an idea of economy of scale. Like I'm gonna go to that guy for lessons and not the other way around,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And there is something to be said too for just meaningful practice here. If you put in even a half hour a day on a champ you like, it pays off.
Yeah, now there's a buddy of mine wants to play on Saturday here, and I was just like, well, I haven't played in a month, so I don't want to disappoint you.
And Saturday you'll probably be pleasantly surprised.
There you go. Eh? That'll be yeah, a good old surprise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Surprise! I'm getting your lane. Yeah, so my younger brother pretty much was a really good streamer, turned pro, bought and sold CLG, turned around and flipped it to Madison Square Garden, and now he runs a company in Seattle.
Holy shit, dude. There you go, eh?
So we're an esports family. I'm not on his level, never have been, but I do use him as an example as far as like if people want to get good at the game, there's a lot they can accomplish.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go, eh? Man, you already sound like your coach that I'd be paying for and shit.
No, I don't care about that. I really just want to see anybody that wants to get better at it, have fun, and enjoy it, because I think the culture itself doesn't make starting playing very fun or easy, and it's especially true for women that just dust off the title, or people that are really good at another game but maybe weren't able to spend as much time as I did.
Yeah, fair enough.
There it is. And like you said too, there's a lot to be said for mechanics, and once you understand those, like why not replicate that in such a way that you can teach your friends, and then you can all play together and have fun.
Yeah, you were saying that. I mean,
which I believe, because there's a lot of people that I think either get intimidated by the game or play it a little bit and say, well, this isn't for me, or it is for me, but I don't have past a certain amount of time.
I don't think it's a matter of being intimidated for me. I think it's just the games take so long. But then again, I suppose you could say the same for like CS:GO and shit like that, right? Which I also play. Yeah.
It's a time commitment for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why some people just play ARAM. Is like their games are done in 20 minutes, a half hour. They have fun. They still play their whole channel.
Yeah, but again, that's their thing, right?
Right.
Again, I'm not looking to go pro or nothing. That's for damn sure.
I understand.
Yeah.
And I don't. By the way, I don't recommend that for most people unless they already have their headset on.
Yeah, it's the kind of game you have to walk into and already like. You can't like another game and you know.
That's
Yeah.
my point too. But you also deal with different kinds of expectations. People come in and they already know everything they want to know. But they just want to know what the next step is. Some people just want to know how to play something past Ari. Just depends.
Yeah. I mean, I've been playing on not on this account. I've had multiple accounts over the past year, 2 years or so.
Oh, so
of League.
This is definitely not new for you. Then you've done some work.
No, I know how to play like this. But I've never gotten past like ARAM and shit right right. So
Okay.
I've never played a actual one. I've never played one competitive game in my life. Let's put it that way.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, so what do you consider a competitive game? I guess that's it.
Like an actual competitive game, like a ranked match.
Like a ranked match.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
I've never played a
ranked
ranked
is
match.
not that different from normals per se. You just have to know what to ban. And actually, duo queue is a lot harder than solo queue, in the sense that it's hard to put two good people in bot lane together and expect that the rest of the team is going to play as well as the two of you will if you play together a lot. So solo queue is actually easier in that respect. And normals lead up to playing solo queue if somebody wanted to go there. And then if you want enough solo queue matches, you can do whatever you want basically.
I see. Yeah, no, I'm not the type of player to play by myself though. I usually go with duos or trios.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'd rather play with a team too because otherwise we don't have any neck points.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of retards playing. Yeah, I get that.
Window
Yeah.
So you played with Phoenix and Wendell then?
Yeah, I also played with an old guy. You don't know him. He's Vader. He's a colonel here before he left. And a few
Where did
others
he end
too.
up going to?
He made his own community.
I see.
Yeah, he.
Well, that never happens to anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, he got. I guess he was just tired of how we did things, and basically, just said, "Hey."
Went off and did his own deal.
Yep, and then apparently a month or two later, a bunch of his own staff stole money from him and shit. So I was like, well, how's that going for you now?
Wow.
Right.
That didn't go the way you fucking planned it.
Spent $400, ended up 800 or so in there. Oh, or so I heard. I don't know. This room.
Oh no.
Yeah, right. So I was like, holy shit, dude. And me and him are good buddies too, right? When I was Major of Charlie, he was my captain rather. So yeah.
So you guys go way back. And
Oh, yeah.
You know what he's capable of, and he knows what you're capable of.
Yeah, like at the time that I was a captain, what's it called? Commando was my major, so yeah, so I go way back. Yeah, you can say
Right.
that. Yeah. But yeah, actually I played
So
with
when
Commando
Wendell
too.
coming
speaking
in then
of.
was not necessarily good for the power structure for some people. I understand.
No, actually, it's complete opposite. When he came into Charlie Company, what ended up happening is he was probably like I think the second or third captain maybe, and well Charlie, as you should know, Charlie had like 5 captains at one point. That's my doing.
Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah, basically. Well, actually, at the time, it was so many that all of the majors work was. I had nothing to do. I was just like, this is awesome. So I just sit back all day, and the staff eventually said, okay, you need to have only 2 captains. It's like, whoa, 3 demotions, huh? Whoa.
Oh, so basically, like they weren't letting you run it to your specs of what the structure would be.
Well, no, actually, at the time, the structure was more or less, I wouldn't say based off me, but you could kind of say that at the same time. I was trying to rewrite the not the ranking structure, the community structure, company structure.
Got it.
And so, the format that we used to use in the,
Hierarchy-wise, then it sounded like.
huh?
There was a lot to rework hierarchy-wise.
And yeah, as soon as I went up to lieutenant colonel, well, we kind of, well, for the second time that is, we kind of changed a lot of shit, right?
Right.
Yeah. And so after that, you know, things started moving. And as soon as we started, well, I think things started getting slower as soon as we put the company sizes up to, I think, 156 or so, right?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And
So that's for all. Each company is that big now, right?
yes, I think so. I think it still is, yeah. Or no, I think they put it down to like 70 or something now, 90 or
It's
so.
an interesting situation where it's at. It's like there's 500 people on the roster for TCG.
Yeah, it used to be like 600, 700 almost.
I know the amount of people that have been through there on paper or total is a lot higher.
Alright, you're still chasing me, fool.
You can just blow up that bomb on them too. It doesn't hurt you.
Oh, good.
Go in. Good. Now your reds.
There you go. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's my ult.
Oh, I see. See, I was like, what the hell? Resurrecting, when is this Overwatch?
I'm better try to show him than tell him. It's more confusing that way.
Yeah, I was like, resurrecting, what do I press?
That's Zillion's ult. He's like a chronomancer basically.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So Wendell actually built my last machine for me. It's arriving on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Commando used to be the old PC guy. I guess Wendell took over now, huh?
I see. Well, I think there's more than one person doing it because it just depends on what people are needing and how they need it.
Well, originally, when anybody had an issue, like they had a PC issue or they needed something fixed or they wanted their computer specs evaluated or whatever, right? They always switch Commando. They're like, Commando, what do I do for my computer? I need a cheap one. I need it good, right? And they're like, he would be like, well, you need this and this, right?
That's really cool.
But apparently Goat and Commando stepped down around the same time as I did, so I was like, well, shit. And so they're not really. Oh, I don't like saying this, but they're not really relevant anymore, I guess.
Well, in anyone's defense, I mean, I understand that like times change, companies change, needs change, people change.
Yeah, but Goat and not Commando maybe, but what's it called? Goat's been here since like day one almost, right? I think Killstreak was here around a little bit before him, but
So Goat's loss was a huge deal. It sounds like.
yeah, like I was devastated when I heard that. I was like, but I think I heard that beforehand, right? I already heard.
But what did he switch to go do?
Well, he's a pilot right now, right? So he already has an IRL job, right? That's.
So he has no time for anything else because he's a pilot.
No, well, I don't know the full circumstance of that, but
That's fine. You don't have to explain that.
I already knew about Commando stepping down. Window already knew about me. I already knew about Legend stepping down. Well, Legend's a captain now, it seems.
Planet politics are fucking crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
And you don't have to tell me anything you don't want, but if you do tell me it, I'll keep it right here and not share it with 5 million people.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, you know, it's yeah. But at the same time, like nothing I'm saying should be too offensive. But and if it is, it's just the truth, right?
It's not at all. I'd rather hear the truth and hear that from you than anything else, to be honest.
Well, if you put it this way, when I was a general, it would be the second time I was staff. Because the first time I was demoted because I was basically being a child. But the second time I went up, I lived up to the name of Merciless because of how mercilessly I acted, I guess, and was in general. So that's how I earned the nickname Merciless in here, I guess you could say. But after 7 months, I was just tired of the act. I was like, dude, this is too much, man.
This is horseshit. I want to do something else.
It's not even just that. It's just I went from general, which I willingly stepped down. I was like, I don't have the appropriate, I guess, qualifications to be a general, and so I let Wendell take over that for me. And from there, what was it saying? Yeah, from there, I was demoted to colonel. obviously. And like a week later, Windall demoted me to a lieutenant colonel. So like, oh yeah, okay, that's how it's going, eh? And so I looked back at all the work because we changed it so lieutenant colonels do a shit ton of work now, right? And now that I went from colonel to lieutenant colonel, I was just looking at this shit. I was like, I'm already tired of doing work, and now there's this. I was just like, I can't do this, guys. I'm sorry. And after I stepped down, apparently Goat stepped down, the commando did. I was like, dude, whoa. And it was just basically a chain reaction, snowball effect, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's endemic of the fact that, I mean, at least right now, definitely these things are working. Being a sergeant, you still have things you have to do every day to make it make sense. There's still a community to understand, to have that be fun, and there's still the people element of people that you're going to be around no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, I upset a lot of people though when I was a staff member though. Since it seemed like after I stepped down, everybody could poke at me or everybody could just kind of settle down a bit, sort of. But during the time of being a staff member, everybody was just. Can you hear me? No. During the time of being a staff member, everybody just kind of seemed, I don't know, afraid. I guess they couldn't really reach out to me, and the people that could basically were part of my inner group, I guess. Yeah.
So for whatever reason, it became polarized.
Yeah, I was that one staff member that was like, holy shit, don't upset him, he's gonna kill you. But in reality, if you ever upset me, I'd kind of just like leave. I'll just be like, alright, I'm done, goodbye. I really tried. Go kind of taught me you have to keep up the good guy act. You know, you have to act like a good member, right, or a good person, whatever. Being a shut-in 16-year-old gamer, no life, anime weeb kind of thing, a little easier said than done, right?
Keep going. That's how my brother and I grew up.
Yeah. But it's just something I couldn't keep up. So when I typed in chat, basically everybody think, holy shit, this guy's like 30 years old. He must be some dark lord from another goddamn universe, right? But when they talk to me, they're like, what is this? Who's this kid, right? You know. But at times I could get a little rowdy, right? And yeah, so I was just kind of that guy.
Which is human too, by the way, for a 16-year-old.
Yeah, and so that's why most of the staff actually kept me in for as long as I did, I believe, because well, obviously, I was young, but I knew how to do work. I knew how to do like what most like. Okay, Twist. I don't know if Twist is still a senior staff here, but he's the head of web, I think, right?
Good question. Let me see.
I'm looking now. Alright, Twisted.
Marty Tooth was his team?
No, Twisted Brit. He's the senior. He's the head of
Yeah, no, I
web.
know who that is now.
Yeah. Basically, what was I saying about him? What was I even talking about? Oh, that's another thing. My memory was very, very bad. I had so many things to remember. It just became so, like, I'd be in an incident or something, and they'd explain something to me, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't remember this. And then, like, we'd sit there for an hour, just explaining different situations that I didn't remember, until finally something clicked, and I was like, oh, shit. I really effed up now, didn't I? Because I didn't remember doing that. Apparently, I wasn't supposed to.
So in the first place, perfect all the time. That's a total misnomer.
Well, no, it's just a matter of, how do I put this? I was like the douche lord that nobody wanted to be around, basically.
Right.
Except that the only people that did know me was basically leadership. So all normal members were like, I don't like this person. Dot report, you know. It's like, so in all reality, I was the single most reported leader and/or staff member of all time in TCG, and still am. Well, yeah, yeah.
Are you okay with that, or do you want to change that?
There's nothing I can change about that. But oh shit, that's a giant ass bug. Whoa.
You can absolutely change it. I mean, your actions every single day define who you are, right?
Of course, but at the same time, it's not so. Okay, for example, assuming someone's gender accidentally, I'd be like, for example, there's this.
Don't feel bad.
Oh yeah, there was a transgender in the channel. It's like, he's doing pretty good. I said he's doing pretty good or something, like something simple, right?
And then
Uh,
you went
and,
off and you did.
and they were just like, yeah, they basically just bolted off to SRS or was like, I don't like this guy called me he. I was like, well, sorry. and I got in deep shit for that. I was like, well, okay.
In the first place, that's gonna happen. In the second
Yeah, no,
place,
but it was
not.
just simple things like that I got reports for. It was not like major, like, you try to poach players or something. It's not like that, right?
No, 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 no.
It was these simple reports that really shouldn't make sense, but were just blown out of proportion or exaggerated. That's mainly
That's what it sounds
the
like.
main things. Yeah, yeah, and that's the majority of them, right? So, but like I don't know. But I don't think Kate Sema or Lion or any of those guys, right? You former rangers and former leaders of Dog Company, right?
Right.
Yeah, do you know them or no?
No, the only people I know are the people that I've started, and then I'm
Okay.
kind of expanding my circle as I go. Because I've only been a sergeant for like a week and a half or something.
Okay, figures. Yeah, no. So basically, those.
You know a lot of people, and I'm being introduced to a lot of people, and I appreciate everyone's story, and I think they're all useful stories.
Awesome. Yeah. And, well, anyway, the Kate Zema person, she was a major of Dog Company. She said she was 16, and apparently she turned out to be 13. I backed her up, saying, well, if you're gonna, ban her for being 13, you're gonna ban me from Charlie Company being the Charlie Major. So I backed her up. In hindsight, it may not have been a good approach, but at the time, Commando had just turned Lieutenant Colonel or something, right? Or SRS maybe. And I immediately shut down all of his proposals of just like, we got a banner, she's 13, right? But the person that let her in at the time, Beastie, he was a captain for Dog, I think, and he got banned for sexual harassment and admitted to it and was completely okay with it too. It's just like, whoa, right?
Well, Broham, that's not what you do.
And so he was banned already, and so he's the one that accepted her. But since he was already banned, we couldn't really pursue any actionable actions against either player, since the person that let her in is now banned, isn't coming back ever, and two, the person that is in is now 13 and a major of a company. So it's just like, welp. But anyway, that got awkward really quick. But it's funny because after I stood up for her, I'd say less than a week later, apparently, this ant on my screen, dude. Just go away. Apparently, like a week later, there was a bunch of players getting poached, and we didn't know who or where from or why. And apparently they were like, oh, you don't like how this is run, blah blah blah, And I was just like, okay. And so we found the community, but eventually, right? We didn't know who led it, or no, it was the other way around. Or no, that was too far ahead. So fast forward a bit. It was Kate Sema, the person I stood up for, leading the company, poaching all these players, like at least 100 players, right? Right. That's a lot of players, right? And so, and okay, so big truth about me, I'm the biggest rat you've ever seen. I've sold out so many people for TCG, it's unbelievable. I guarantee you at least 150 people have been banned because of me.
You're like,
I'm the ultimate person, bro. I'm the ultimate asshole. I'm telling you. This is why.
right.
And so anyway, their whole group, there's like 7 different people that they severely trusted me. Like they were like, dude, I trust you with my life, man. Right? And I was like, okay, it's pretty respectable. And then we were playing on a Minecraft server, sitting here, like, and I was just like, hey, are you the leader of this community or something? Like, what's going on? And the whole time she's like, okay, you can't tell anybody. I was like, okay, I got you. I'm sitting here spamming the screenshot button.
Well,
What can I say?
you feel like it's just how it went down.
Yeah, and so basically, all their dark secrets and shit was just spewed out, and I kind of just sent it to Wheezy and whatnot. It was just like, here, go to your Wheezy, here's the culprit.
There's some intel for you, my friend.
Yeah, and at the time I was only a major, right? I wasn't even staff, so technically I wasn't even supposed to be a part of it.
Right.
But at the same time, if I wasn't a part of it and I didn't report that, well then that's a new shit show going on in itself, right?
Right.
So obviously,
No action isn't action.
exactly right. So and Yeah, we investigated them all and all, and as soon as I sent those screenshots, it basically confirmed all, like anything we suspected in general. And
So it sounds like
yeah,
you
so
did the
they were
right
just
thing.
banned. Oh, I did the right thing. It's just, you know, that's the main reason that led me to being the character that I play as in Merciless. Well, not today anymore, I guess, but when I was a general, basically, a colonel even.
Which it sounds like you enjoyed.
I did, yeah.
Right?
A little bit, yeah. It's yeah, it's not something that I hated, right? It's not something that I got the attention of being that bad guy, but at the same time, it
They
was
wanted
just,
to do them in the first place, and I think that if you like it, then that's something good to know about yourself. You know.
oh yeah. But I mean, at the same time, if I hadn't have joined TCG the day I did and worked my way up through leadership throughout that whole time, I guarantee you that I would have never been the person I am today. That's something I can tell you right now.
So it's pivotally impacted you in a good way.
Well, significantly, actually, yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah. So not only have I improved as a individual and or as a leader, I've improved like psychologically as well. I guess you could say.
Well, that matters.
Oh yeah, very.
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of the gold standard as far as people. You can't say you wouldn't want to play with somebody that was just
An
good
asshole.
Yeah. Right.
Well, that too, but
Exactly.
yeah.
Point taken.
Yeah. But yeah, no. That's my figure. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people. I've helped a lot of staff, and not just staff, but leaders in TCG as well. I don't know.
And the fact that you came back is pretty cool too.
Well, I never left.
I know.
What do you mean came back then?
Well, in the sense that a bunch of people did leave, but you didn't.
Well, yeah. I mean, hell, my captain left. I had a bunch of lieutenant colonels leave. I had a bunch of everybody left, right? Also, I don't think Go left. I think Commando's the only one that did leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's still in the
Seems like a lot
Commando.
of people left and are coming back once they figured out that it's a different place now.
Well, it's always been a different place. I know TCG will forevermore continue to evolve and to improve for itself, right? That's not something I don't doubt without a like. I have no doubts about when Niall's qualifications to be a general and or senior. Well, not general, I guess senior staff now. But the time that I handed off general to him, I was just like, if I knew he wasn't qualified to take this job for like a year, maybe 2 years down the road, and still do it as good as he is now, I wouldn't do it. Right? I wouldn't have stepped down. But the fact that I was slowing down and that he was speeding up all the same, I was just like, all right, dude, you know.
Do you ever feel like maybe you grew too fast, too far, based on something?
Hmm?
Or do you think it was your merit was there, you liked doing it, and then other people didn't understand something about how you did it?
I think that's mainly how everything was viewed about me, but they just when I was major and lieutenant colonel, they kind of just let it slide for a bit because they were just like, okay, well, everything, because at the time of me being a major, I think no one understood what I was doing or why I was doing it, but at the time, like a week later, everybody was like, holy shit, it's working so well. So
Right.
this is like, but yet they never understood, yeah, the function, the systematic of how it was working phenomenally, monumentally greater, I guess you could say. But the concept behind all of my work was just sketchy, I guess you could say. But yet it worked very well. And so that's one of the reasons why a lot of players or a lot of people just question, how I did things, right? But at the same time, work, didn't it? And I value results over, well, people, I guess. But,
So
yeah.
nothing's wrong with anything you said so far. Those are all leadership.
Yeah, I know, right?
stylistic things. Yeah.
But it's just how at the time would have been viewed differently, and obviously that's just the highlights. I've had lowlights, and I have been a dick where I should have been reported at times too, right? And I was.
You've been totally candid about everything with me, in my opinion.
Well,
It's
I'm
like,
no longer a staff member. I'm not trying to hide it.
You know what you would have done differently given the chance.
Well, yeah, of course.
Right. So that
But at the same time, even if I do know what I would have done differently, given the circumstance, I might have done the same anyway. Right. So,
crap.
If you presented me the same situation as, let's say, another time I was reported, and it was still the best option, then I might have taken that route anyway, right? Still,
Right.
yeah.
So you're results driven to a T, basically.
Yeah, it's bona fide results. I mean, I've been in leadership since I was like 8 years old, dude, in like Minecraft servers, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was like 10 years old going around Minecraft servers. Yeah, dude, I'm 16, 17, 18 years old. And they used to be like, all right, yeah, sure, here's the admin password. It's like, all right,
Run
cool.
the show.
And I used to do it perfect, right? That was the problem. They all always trusted me. I think it was one of the reasons because they never heard my voice and they always just knew I performed very well, I guess you could say.
This guy knows what he's doing. You don't want.
I was a valuable asset, you could say. And that's mainly it, right?
Well, clearly, no one gives people that kind of access unless they are.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. But, yeah, I don't know. I was valuable, but at the same time, I was inexperienced. So they had most people in TCG took that wager. More specifically, Coyote. He took that wager more than anybody, actually.
All that stuff we need to talk, right? And all
Well, yeah, I think the only thing I really lacked in TCG at the time, at the time, was experience, really, just in general. All right, since I was so young.
So now you have.
No, not even. It was just life experience, basically. It's things I lacked that a general, 18, 20, 25-year-old person would, normally have. I lacked all that, but my performance and everything was, like, prodigy level, basically. So, at the same time, yes, I'm a piece of shit, but at the same time, I'm working at rates that nobody in the entire community, staff included, could do, right? So, it's just like, well,
It's a unique situation, I guess.
Yeah. So like I'd be the most active player and it's more active than all the staff. Like at the time I think I was ranked 1 for a bit. Wheezy was since had the bot in place for ever. I never really ranked him, but I climbed up to rank 2 at the time of captain. I've only recently lost it, put it that way. That's how far in rank I was in terms of like talking,
You don't have
text.
to tell me this, but I'm curious. Like, what's
Yeah.
like you?
Say it again, sorry.
What's your priority now, since you already know you can do all this stuff?
Right now I'm just chilling out.
Yeah.
But you mean if I were to go into leadership again?
I guess this is unfair to ask anybody because I don't even know all the answers to my own story. But like, what would you do right now if you do anything for TCG?
If I so I'll ask that again. Sorry.
What would you do right now if you do anything you wanted for TCG?
If I could do anything I wanted, or yeah. To be honest, if you're asking me indirectly if I would want to be a staff again, the answer is no.
Right.
Reason is because I think everybody up there already have. So the way they do things, no, it's well most times, but not all the time. So in staff, they have a few channels up there. They already know. They have a flow that they stick to, right? They've never really broken that flow, and when they did, everything went to shit for a few weeks, and then they got it back, right? Yeah, I broke that flow a lot. But as soon as I as soon as I fit in there, I think they got used to it, right? That's why they kind of kept it the way it was for a while, right? Then Win Nile and Legend came up, right? All those guys, and I don't know, they kind of kept their shit the same, right? Until recently, I guess.
Do you think they're doing a good job right now, or did they have to change a bunch of stuff to get it running right?
Oh, it's running fine now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, there's nothing I would like to change. There's nothing I think that should be changed. Maybe, I don't know. I think the workload can be a little bit troublesome at times, but that, again, is just based on experience.
And I think you're right, and I think I know that too.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm also saying that because I've been in leadership for 7 months, and I think it's annoying to do it now. That's why.
Right.
So, at the same time, I can't really give you a accurate opinion because you're going to get a biased opinion from me because at the same time,
Yeah, well, sure, everybody has cognitive bias, right?
But if you want my on a biased opinion, how I'd give you an opinion if I were like a general, lieutenant colonel, I'd simply tell you I think it's fine how it is, and if there's anything that needs to be changed, then it probably has already been suggested and is going to be the details are would be and or are, is already being worked out because we're very very quick at
That's a
responding.
good answer, really. I'm impressed.
Well, that's how I normally respond to anything.
Well, it's a good answer.
Well, no, I used to run community meetings and stuff. Oh, not community, company meetings and stuff for backup, right? So.
Well, I'm happy to hear your opinions on this stuff. I hope you don't think that it's just because I want to relate to somebody else that I asked.
Even if you did, I really don't care.
Well, good, but I'm not going to.
There you go. Unlike me,
I don't
if we had this conversation, if I was a lieutenant colonel and this was you telling, if you were me and you were telling me all this shit, I'd be like, okay, staff chat. Yeah. See, polar opposite person, right? But now that I'm not, I really don't care. To be honest,
Right.
it's just even if I did, nobody would really care even that bad. It's just a conversation amongst people, I guess, members.
Well, my guys all know about my channel. They know why I do it, and they know why I'm running with TCG, and I don't really have anything to hide. So there it is.
If you want to be, if we're being for real here, I popped up OBS immediately, and I was the first thing I pressed the record button. I was like, first thing I said, I was like, okay, I'm gonna join the server, and if he's trying to push me, I'm reporting him. Yeah, and I was just like, you know, and then I scrolled down through the player list. I saw Winnow and Minnie, and I was like, everybody else, like, okay, well, okay, that's pretty chill then. You know.
I'm not in the business of fucking people around. I don't have time for it. They don't ask me. So
Yeah. It's just a childish thing at this point. I remember, during the Kate Summer thing I was talking about earlier, for I think 3 to 4 weeks straight drama, nothing of it, nothing but it, just drama. Drama. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. It was unreal, to be honest.
what was your favorite thing about being in general, though? 'Cause you went pretty high up.
My favorite thing?
Yeah.
I think favorite thing and personal bias. I think my favorite thing was to be able to boss other people around and get away with it.
Fair enough. You're like, I get to tell you what's happening.
Well, no, in the staff chat, I think we do this with majors too now. In the staff, we have assigned tasks for each, staff and co-head, right? So all the senior staff and co-heads have the same to-do list, right? You can assign each other a list and whatnot, right? And we could, in the general, gives the colonel, lieutenant colonel's tasks, and the colonel would give any optional tasks to the lieutenant colonel. The generals usually collaborate with other, what are they called? Co-heads and events or just teams in general, right?
Yes.
And basically, it's just having your foot in every single door of the community.
Which is pretty badass.
Yeah, you have a finger in graphics, finger in media, finger in graphics, I guess. Or I already said that. It's just everything, basically, right? The general of the community apparently is supposed to be the co-head is the co-head of the community as well for community. And what's it called? So basically, they're the overseer, basically, or the overlord, rather. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. What's your favorite thing about being a staff surgeon?
It's so new to me that I think just learning how everything works there. Like real life, I'm going to be a mailman. Like, I don't like very complicated things. And
very simple. I like that.
yes, and so for me, that's perfect. And I'm just going to go start that job in 2 days and try and run the show here as best I can from the sideline, and pull in good players and take the time to get to know them.
There you go.
And then after, I don't plan on being a mailman forever, but that's a good job with benefits while I figure out, where I belong in Discord and everything. And it's fun to make a channel, and it's fun to have people around, it's fun to get good together, and already I've been in a position where it's like I spend a lot of time making memes and enjoying myself and meeting people that I probably shouldn't be meeting.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's well, actually, I can't really relate so much, to be honest, in terms of that, more specifically. Since when I was a leader all the way up, well, actually, any leadership role, from sergeant all the way up to general, I was known as the leader that didn't play games.
So you know who else does that is Kat.
Hmm?
The
Kat?
lady that runs my section for Charlie. Kat doesn't play games at all. She's strictly a leader. That's what she does. That's what she's good at.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was only doing. I was, didn't play any games. Hey, what was that? Zangetsu or Shiro or Merciless, Mercy, whatever. You want to play a game, right? I was just like, yeah, I don't play any. And shoot. They were like, and as soon as Dork heard that, former lieutenant colonel, he's just like, wait. You don't play games? I was just like, yeah, I don't play any games. And he just looked, he kind of just sat there for a second and said, wait.
Like stunned by the
Like,
fact
just,
that
like, completely, like, mortified. He was mortified. It was just like, how are you a leader?
you're this high in the community, you don't play games.
Yeah, like, I had no idea how to respond to that. It was in my opinion, it's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. Or seen,
So
rather.
here's what there's a business equivalent to this that you're gonna find. So
Yeah.
like I ran into a guy the other night at a party in Tahoe that was responsible for basically bringing in dispensary marijuana into the area.
Oh, yeah.
And so he built the dispensaries. He brought in this huge amount, and went through Tahoe Regional Planning Agency and everything else to get this thing done. Drops his foundation. The community gets pissed and goes like, "Hey, we don't want a weed community down the street from us. How do you even get licensed to do this?" He's like, "I'm an entrepreneur. I've already put in the foundations for this. I've signed the building plans. You're too late, and it's already going up."
Yeah. That's how my attitude was, too, when I was major. I was like, you don't like something? Sucks to be about you. Sucks to be
He
you.
didn't care if it was in his business plan. He was going to execute it. He was going to find a fucking way, and I respect that about him. He's like, "You ever want to tour my facility? You let me know."
I feel that.
I know right where it is, and I know the people that he's friends with and everything else. And if I want to go, it's not a big deal. But it's cool that it exists, and it's also cool that he does this.
Oh, there you go, right? Well, opposite of me, I do.
Supposedly,
There you go.
But
But yeah, no. I
I'm
mean,
party with a bunch of other people that I know what's going on, so I find it a little hard to believe, but it's what it is.
yeah. I'm actually similar. That's similar how I ran things in Charlie too.
I
To
get
be
it.
honest, okay, we were in a staff meeting one day, and get this, there was everybody's just sitting there like, so like you're, they were trying to describe me, right? One sentence about was as a major, right? And they're sitting there like, you were, and Twisted just kind of pops in the channel. So you're a dictator. I was just like, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think there's a place in the world for everything. Right or wrong. In fact, I try to stay out of politics as much as possible for my benefit.
Yeah, of course.
But you can't be in an organization without understanding the political area. And it just like it's like even with like electronic networks, the eighth layer nobody wants to talk about, even for a Cisco network, is the political layer. It exists. It's going to be there whether you like it or not, and it behooves you to understand what's going on there before you make any changes in anything. And that's why I like to know people's opinions.
Yeah, no, in my company, I used to hold meetings, and since everybody, I don't know why, I'm assuming because I was that scary piece of shit monster, but nobody ever used to say anything in the meetings. We'd have an hour long, or maybe a 30-minute meeting, sometimes even a 20-minute long meeting. Oh, excuse me. And I'd sit there, explain all the news, I'd talk about all the new shit and do everything, right? And I'd be like, all right, do we have any questions, guys? And it would just be silence. For, like, I'd be like, okay, seriously? Like, really, dude?
Like, seriously, we're doing a meeting. We have the opportunity to present this and talk about anything that's a problem, but nobody wants to say anything.
Yeah, right? And I sit there, and I have to encourage people to say things. I have to go down the list of, like, from top to bottom. Like, okay, you, what do you want to say? He's like, nothing. I'm like, I don't accept nothing. What do you want to say? He was just like, well... I used to have to do that because nobody would used to suggest anything. I was just like, dude, why? I need feedback.
So what you just described is also a cultural thing in certain places, and I've seen it happen in companies too, where people just get to a point where they're like, I don't want to talk about anything because the last time I talked about it, it turned into intelligence.
And to be honest, I used to take their opinion and write it down, And most times, whenever somebody already had an opinion and they actually did say something, I was already trying to work that out to do it already. I was just like, okay, well, that's already being in progress. It's just like, I don't know, man. Maybe I just work too fast for people.
Well, I think it's really cool what you were doing in the first place. And the second, there's something to be said for what's actionable intelligence and what is being passed around in a meeting room and what is real and what's for sale. I mean, that's hard to figure out until you've been somewhere long enough, right?
But see, you know what? And the gap between major and lieutenant colonel is so monumentally big. It's actually it's harder to overcome than you think. Because all the majors, because as soon as you've been a major for like, I don't know, 3-4 months, and you're sitting there like, yo, look, I got promoted. Now a new major comes into play, and you're sitting there as lieutenant colonel, and now you're still trying to be a major, but you're, and every time you're trying to be a major into someone else's company, and they're just like, hey, dude, relax. This is my company. It's not yours any longer. It's just like, oh, yeah, sorry. But in reality, it's hard to explain to a major that it's the lieutenant colonel's job to, well, oversee the company and all its decisions. And so when a lieutenant or when a major won't, discuss anything they've done with the lieutenant colonel, it's just like, well, shit, man. I'm gonna start having to run your company if you don't, tell me what your plans are, or what you're doing, right?
Yeah, I've seen that happen before too, where it's like, well, people want to do this, but they don't know how to do it, and if they don't do it right, then someone else steps in anyway.
Well, it's not even the fact, because back in the day, we lieutenant colonels were not allowed to run the company per se. They were supposed to monitor it, evaluate it, then report it during the staff meeting. But it was, yeah, it's a completely different role. But the thing is, in order to monitor, you have to get in with the leaders and communicate with them and stuff. And when a colonel or general like me assign you a task that you're supposed to do, right? Mainly it'd be like, okay, get with this company about the events team to get their event going. And so when the lieutenant colonel went into the chat, they'd be like, all right, well, I just got to go into the Delta leaders and say, or Delta, or like any company leaders chat, and be like, okay, well, you guys need to start doing this because this and that, right? And the major would be like, whoa, why don't you tell me first, right? And basically, just as an example, that was how everything was spread out, and how every issue started as lieutenant colonel, right? And so, yeah, I don't know. It just became a shit show, really, for major lieutenant colonel. I think that's why we don't have somebody now. Back at the time, we used to push just for only, for at all times, right? Now it's, well, not so much. Which I think is better, actually. Oh, there we go. But,
So you have tons of experience in this compared to me, and you are a third of my age, or at least half my age. And so it's really cool to hear this from somebody that knows all this stuff and has been down the road that I'm currently going down.
yeah.
So I offered you something interesting.
Yeah.
I can help you with League, and you can give me suggestions about how I can be a better staff sergeant.
Okay. I should do that. That's pretty easy.
And that would be perfect, and I think I could be very useful for you, and vice versa.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
I like it.
I told everybody as soon as I stepped down, I was just like, dude, if you guys have any suggestions, or questions or something rather, just come to me and say, like, dude, Merciless, what do I do in this situation? What do I do? How do I improve myself? How do I rank up and stuff, right? I was just like, well, simple. You just do this, right? In my opinion, it's simple. In their opinion, they're sitting here for hours upon end thinking at their little chalkboards and like, okay, well, shit. I'm just like, well, here's the answer. And most times it's very simple. It's just how to approach it is the more of a problem, right? What I did for my company, because I believe, actually, no, lieutenants do activity checks now, don't they? And staff sergeants do all the event promotions and stuff, correct, right?
So right now, the activity check side of it's supposed to be outsourced eventually, but I'm starting at that level, and it's going to end up going to somebody else's deal. So the reason why it goes to somebody else's deal is because they realize, like, staff sergeants, essentially they want in the field and doing stuff, and meeting people and recruiting, but they don't want them necessarily having to do every step of the back-end administration work, because it's super disjointing to be trying to jump
So, you know what's funny about what you just said? Basically, if I heard that correctly, you just basically described the entire staff meeting of changing the responsibilities from staff sergeant to lieutenant.
Yes.
So basically, the meeting when we presented this idea was, okay, so why are we starting basically the first two ranks of the entire ranking structure doing the single most important job in the community?
Correct.
Right? And we're like, well, you know. And then we sat there and said, like, well, what do lieutenants do, right? Nothing. What does a master sergeant do? Nothing. What does a first sergeant do? What is that rank? So
So your
at the
point
time,
is
we were just like,
rank's
well,
not doing enough, right?
yeah, it was either not doing enough, or one is just one rank or two ranks, or even shouldn't, have so much responsibility. So in reality, we were just planning to spread all the responsibilities out and then add some new responsibilities, and to make it look like, instead of just thinning out all the responsibilities that they currently have, we were like, okay, well, let's spread them out and then add a few more for the events team and the teams that are lacking, right?
That's it.
And then at that time, I think, or around that time, we picked up Phoenix for a co-head. And before Phoenix, I was the co-head for events, right? And before then, I think I was... No, it would have been events, and then it was something else, and it was community, right? But then we picked up Phoenix, and he skyrocketed the events team. He did everything I didn't know how to do. I was like, holy shit, dude, you're... whoa, right? And so I was like, okay.
Super intelligent guy.
Right? Yeah, he's respectable. He's very respectable in how he does his work and what he does. Right? And so, I respected him, but in terms of being leadership-wise, when he was moved up to lieutenant colonel and co-head and whatnot, right? We didn't always agree on things. We always bumped heads in decisions and shit, right? So it was just like, well,
I've bumped
shit.
heads with him before in decisions, so you're not alone there.
Right? It's just, he has a very unique way of thinking, and as do I, but mine is more, you can't see like how it works just on the surface. You have to wait until you see it fully mapped, fully printed out, and then you'll see, okay, well, either it's a result or it's not, right? With Phoenix looks like he's playing a chessboard on TCG. It's like, holy shit, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
He sees one or two moves ahead. I agree with that.
Yeah, right.
I don't think he sees 10 moves ahead.
No.
That's supposed to do that, but I think he does see one or two moves ahead, and that's
Still pretty, hard for some people. Yeah.
That's great for an organization of our size to have someone be able to do that.
Very.
So because not everybody does. I mean, lots of people are specialized in certain things. They're good at X, Y, Z, and their area of intelligence stays that way for a reason. Chain of command exists for keep that growing and building, and down the line maybe you create somebody to something else that they're interested in, provided they've shown that they're able.
Yep, I agree with that, right? And that's how Phoenix basically progressed up the line. I think he started as a co-head, like a friggin' captain. Or no. Well, actually, originally, do you know that co-head positions were only supposed to be given out at captain level or above?
There's all kinds of shit I don't know.
No.
A lot of stuff you're describing to me is like, whoa.
Yeah, like, whoa, when did that happen? Yeah. No, so a co-head is only supposed to be at the experience level of a captain or above, right? So if you already have the, knowledge that you need to be, you already possess the knowledge you need to be the co-head of the whatever, then you can get it at any rank. Hell, Mini already put in hella work. He already knew what he was going to do, how he was going to do it on the competitive server, and he was only specialist in that they put him up to co-head and then to senior staff in less than like 2-3 weeks, right? Because he already knew what they were. He already knew. He had everything planned out, and all the staff and all, like, Weezy, who was the temporary head, right, of competitive, was just.
Do something for blind pick. So, just the mode that we're doing right now.
Oh, I see.
People autofill their position before they should probably in blind pick. So normally the way that would go is like we'd all go in, we'd say what we want to pick, and we pick our champion. But some retard always not you. Some retard always comes in and says mid, fills it, picks the position before anybody's even had a chance to do anything with it. Talk about it. So if you pick a position, right? Say I'll go support art.
Yeah.
Just for getting this going. We don't really care. These are just fucking blind pick matches.
Yeah, I feel. But you're saying yeah.
Or Ashcan. Or Ashcan. And I'll go top.
So basically, just communication. Communicate with your team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if we do this, then all of a sudden everything works.
You know the game CS:GO, right?
Yes.
I was an LE in there, right? You know the ranking structure, right?
I don't. I've actually never played CS:GO. I'm just
Oh
watching
shit.
online streams.
Okay. So well, the professional level is around global elite, which is the top rank, yeah. And usually that is in any game, right? Top rank, professional level. So one down to that would be Supreme. One down from that would be a Legendary Eagle Master, or LEM for short. One down from that is LE. So 3 ranks from professional level is where I stood at for about half a year. So in terms of communication, game mechanics, and adaptability is analytical abilities is where I'm, I guess you could say, more adept at.
I would put Garen top. That would be a meta decision. But I do have a friend that plays Garen mid, so it doesn't matter. But unless he's a good Garen mid, in which case, if it were up to me, I would put him top. If he can play Garen mid, more props to him. But you probably want me mid.
Are you talking in game?
Yes.
Oh,
You and me about this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I I used to play Ari top, so that's a thing.
Which is crazy because that position evolved out of mid, and the reason why people play at mid is because you can chase, you can roam, kill mid, communicate wherever he is. You have an intel role because you're so fast. You have a farming role because you can take a ton of resources, and you can help other lanes when you get there.
I don't know. See, the playstyle I play for League is very different. I suppose when I play with Windall, Phoenix, and whatnot, right? They play, they play around me more so than they play with me. See, I have the unique playstyle that if you play around me, that your team will try better than if you even try to work with me, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm the solo player. I'm like the piece of shit solo player that will not use push to talk ever, or any talk rather.
So really,
But in reality, I'll still be listening to all voice comms, right? I'll hear what you guys are saying. I'll acknowledge everybody. I just won't respond because I think you're all assholes.
So the question then is, why play a team game?
Well,
Which ensures
I could ask myself, why did I play CS:GO for 5 years, and when everybody's an asshole or cheating? You know, I don't know.
Is it a team game?
Oh well, 5v5 strat game, yes.
Yeah.
So you asked me the same in a 4v4 league game. I don't know. It's a good question. Or 5v5
Right,
rather.
And this is
5v5, yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was dead set in thinking this was just me and you against bots. I was like, oh, there's no other players on our team.
This is cool, man. The advantage of this scenario is, so we only need one person. It's basically like a 1-3-1 design. Jungle
Let me go
control is
top.
complicated because jungle goes where jungle wants. If you go top, that will work perfect.
Yeah. I see.
The trick is, of course, I don't really care about the position either. So to get people off our ass, we have to start with something.
Yeah.
You can roam and do whatever you want, especially after the tower goes down.
See, if this wasn't a point-and-click game, and it was more of an FPS, it'd be a completely different story of whether I could destroy kids or not, right? But it's
I think
not.
you'd be able to destroy kids pretty quick anyway, if that's what you want to do.
I don't know, man. I only plays deathmatch now compared to who I was.
You know, identity is a funny thing sometimes. It's like you make a choice, I guess, about who you are and what you want to be, and it's totally up to you every day. No one
Of
else gets
course.
to dictate what you want to do. They might think they get to. Parents will tell you one thing, teachers will tell you another, staff will tell you another thing, employers will tell you another. You know, every one of them wants to pigeonhole you into something. But in reality, you wake up every day and make your bed and decide what you want to do, or not.
Oh shit. Baited bitch. Alright. Yeah, no, I agree. It's the quote, hmm?
I said I respect the thought that you've thought that for most people don't make it that far.
Thought what through?
Identity.
Oh, I was thinking you were talking about the game. Yeah, no, I mean, hell. There's the quote that, what's it called? You are who you want to be, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. And I agree with that. It's less even than philosophy, more so than reality. It's just simply saying, do you want to be an asshole the rest of your life, or do you want to be the truth-seeking, justice worker? Do you want to be a person that is a terrorist? I don't know. Any job, any hobby job, anything, is just basically shapes who you are, and to be that job or have that job is you have to shape yourself to be that thing as well, right? So at the same time, it's like
If you want to be any good
that,
at it, absolutely.
yeah, of course. But people, well, at the same time, in my mind, I don't know why you wouldn't want to be good at things, right? But there are people that don't, right?
There are people that if you say, okay, that's nice, I'll click a button and show up and do it.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Which is a complete and utter waste of everybody's time. And time being the most important resource because it's really all you have. If you have time, you can always make more money.
Of course. And I have plenty of time. I just don't have any money.
It's funny, I was at a cafe one time in San Diego where I grew up. There's a sign on the wall that says, "You're so smart. Why aren't you rich too?" I always thought about that. Weird odd reason. It was a practical saying that was just kind of carved there, or put on a bumper sticker or something, and it just stayed in my head the rest of the time.
Yeah.
But at the core of that question is, what do you do with your time? You get X amount of money as a result. And really, you have a choice to either interact well with people and leave a legacy and impress them or not, or do something for yourself, which is you're absolutely allowed to do. And it's funny because it's a morality question. It says, am I better off helping more people around me to be better myself? Greatest good for the greatest number kind of utility question. Or should I do something different? And an entrepreneur, their biggest advantage is the greatest number of good for the greatest number of people that I help. I also make money along the process. I also create jobs along the process. And if people understand what I'm doing and I'm transparent about it, I might even run a company and get like.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a good saying, I guess, hey?
Something like TCG is different because they're not 100%, at least outwardly, money-based.
Yeah, no. Actually, speaking of that, TCG at one point, they said in the near future, near future was 6 months, or no, like 4 months ago. Probably more than that. Sorry, 4 months before I stepped down. And basically they said, yeah, in the near future, we should be planning on paying staff soon. I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome, right? I got pretty pumped for that. 3 months later, so what's about that about pay? Oh yeah, we're looking for a sponsorship. Another month later, yeah. So it isn't happening,
So what
is
you
it?
just described is what happens which says, okay, hey, we want to go public at some point.
We are public.
How do we go from being this private org into being public into being something that can pay our people to retain like really good talent, right?
Professional talent, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Professional only means I make money doing this. That's all of it. The problem with that statement in itself, though, is that there's an expectation as soon as something becomes professional.
Exactly. As soon as you're considered a professional, everything is just you're expected more. It's
Absolutely. It's
yeah.
you get paid to do it, and then you are a professional. It doesn't matter how much you are paid. It doesn't even matter what you're paid, and it doesn't matter how much you made last year. If you are a professional doing it, you're a professional. And that, I think, is lost points.
Yeah, no, a lot of people can not fully fathom that exactly, or even understand it at sometimes.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's downfall.
So let me ask you this: if you could be a professional doing what you did there, or even doing it on your own, and making money, and that was your sole means of initial cash flow, we'll call it, is that something you'd want to do?
Do what for TCG? Absolutely not.
Not even necessarily for TCG. Would you want to be a professional being lead or something?
No. I already, actually, when I was 14, I already had my complete career set out.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I wanted to be a DevOps engineer. More specifically a senior one, but that just comes with time. So.
And you'd already made a grind at 14, and that's what you wanted to do.
Yep. 148 a year. I was like, all right. Plus, it's,
sign me up.
but it wasn't the money that hooked me. It was kind of just what it did, right? It's just see, I'm partially fluent in Python and C++, right? So what I want to do is just basically program shit, make games, and on the occasion do security programs for websites and whatnot, right? And then some, right? But
That's super badass.
yeah, right. But it comes with time. That's all. See, I'm self-taught when it comes to programming. I don't understand these tutorials, nor do I remember them, even if I do.
You're like, nor do I really give a shit about them.
You can sit there and teach me how to program like one-on-one with another person. I'll sit there for like a year and I'll be like, yeah, I don't understand. This doesn't make sense to me personally.
It reminds me of a musician that they have two different ways to learn music. They can learn by ear, or they can learn by playing.
I learned this by looking at it.
Yeah, or they learn by reading music.
Yeah. I don't know how to read. See, I don't know how to read the music notes, but yet I know how to play just by looking at somebody play. You can give me an instrument, and I'll never pick it up before in my life, and I'll look at someone play the song with that instrument, and I'll be like, all right, I can do that. I'll pick it up and play it exactly how they did. I'll replicate them basically. Now, do it uniquely to like a different song, like knowing how to use the instrument itself is completely different. I'll know how to use it how they did it for that specific song, but that's it. So I can do that with anything, basically. Well, instruments-wise.
So one of the things we can do in League that a lot of people don't know is if we set up our vision right and we communicate as a team, we can win any match.
Yeah.
That is done by a couple things. And knowing where to ward when.
I don't even know what warding does, to be honest. I knew at one point, but I think I did forget it now.
So watch where I am right now. Kind of like over by the dragon pit.
Yeah. No. Hold on. Where are you?
Kind of in the bottom right. See the brand logo.
Oh yeah, I see.
All right. So I'm gonna put a ward down.
Hold
Once
on.
I do that,
Oh, a team fight here. Or
that's fine. Come back to me.
yeah. Well. Yeah, that's what you were saying?
All right. So sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Look where I am right now.
Yeah, I got you.
And I put down that thing that's green, right?
Yeah,
next to
the
it.
ward. Yeah.
That's a ward. And that means that area is eliminated with whatever walks through it.
Oh, I see. So, okay.
So now we have intel from that area. If somebody comes through, whether it's Gunwood or somebody else, we know when it happened.
Yeah.
We tell each other when it happened or where.
See, when I was playing with my with like Commando, Phoenix, Window, I kept placing that down next to me, thinking it was going to heal me or boost the healing, right? and yeah, I was just like, oh, that's useful, right? And I never noticed difference, right? I was like, oh, it's minuscule, right? Whatever, right? Though it's still numbers. And so they were like, wait, why'd you place that there? It was one of the lanes, the bottom lane, I think it was, and they were just like, why'd you do that? And I'm like, oh, but because it heals you, right? And they're like, no. I was like, what does it do then? They're like, wait, how long have you been doing that? I was like, since I've started playing, which is like 2 years now, right? And they were like, well, and they explained it basically what you just said. They said it just shows you when an enemy walks through an area. And I was just like, yeah, I was just like, oh.
And the reason why I brought it up
Oops.
is there are lots of people that don't understand what it does or what its placement in the game. So
Yeah.
that's why I like to have that conversation.
I usually put it in grass around the corners and shit now.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly how to use it.
Yeah.
And so you can get a kill when somebody walks into a bush. You have a ward there. You can know who's coming. You can get out of ambush. It has that recon, specific thing to it that's nice. So a support's whole job in this game basically is to carry 5 of those in some capacity when they can get them, load up the map with them. Current meta basically says that those are replaced once in a while by other wards, and then you're timed out, and then you have to put them down. Ideally, a team is doing enough warding at a good enough level that you don't have to just be a support throwing down wards and be a ward machine. If everyone's doing that job, it makes your job as a support even more fun, because then all you have to do is follow your AD carry and help you get kills.
I have no idea what you just said. You talk way too fast for me.
Alright, well then let me slow it down. So support's job is 2 things. Basically to help the AD carry get kills, which would be like Ashe right now bot lane. Or it would be to drop lots of wards so that then they can get the kills.
Okay,
And there are other things that support class can do throughout the game. And there's even philosophical debates about what's meta and what's not. All that means is what is normally accepted and expected in the game, what people actually want to do in any given match.
Oh wait, are you just explaining to me how a support role works? Bro, I used to main Lux, man.
Right, so you already know, but did you play Lux mid or did you play her support? That's, I guess.
I play her support.
She's also played mid now big time.
No, is she? I never played her that way.
And I'll show you what that looks like. So basically we have these flexible choices on what we can do, and it's up to you to decide whether or not you'd rather play Lux mid or play support.
Yeah. I usually played Lux top support or Lux mid support. I never went bottom.
Lux top is almost never seen. The reason why is because top meta is basically bruisers. It's like you're going to see lots of Garen, you're going to see lots of Darius, you're going to see lots of Urgot, heavy bruiser class champs that basically are easy to play out of.
Okay, you must you gotta understand, like half the characters one, I haven't memorized all the characters. 2, I only have played ever 3 of them: Ashe, Lux, Ahri, and a little bit of Chris of Fate.
Yeah, no, that's totally cool. So those are 4 actually good.
Except that I was only ever good at one of them.
That's fine.
Guess who that one is.
So already you're ahead of the game in that you can say honestly what you do, what you don't do, what you do well, and what you don't.
Well, one of the things I learned over just years and years of playing games, more specifically in chess specifically, that taught me this, is when you start to overestimate yourself or underestimate your enemy, is when you will immediately start to lose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so Elo, you're gonna like this one because you're a chess player.
Yeah.
Elo is what made by Arpad Elo, right?
Yeah.
And the reason he came up with that system was fun. The reason he came up with the Elo system is because he needed a way to honestly and objectively figure out who was good at the game or not, and so that they could be paired against each other to play
Exactly.
worse in a competitive scenario. League also has Elo, by the way.
Oh, I know it has Elo. Don't see all the. I've been keeping track of what happens in League and shit since like, oh god, I'd like to say 2015, maybe 14ish.
So you're 3 years in and understanding everything and how it works.
I understand. Like I watch live streams of Faker on the PewDiePie and shit like that, right? Like I know how the game works. I know how people play. I know how a certain hero works. I know the functions, how to win, like all the you could say I'm intermediate, looking to be an advanced, basically.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think of everything on the board as a chess piece in terms of material.
I already do.
So
Minions are literally the
towers
pawns.
Towers are one thing, champions are another, your team is another, and the next is another. And that's all you have to think of it as. The rest of it is.
Have you ever heard of a thing called solo chess?
Yes.
Okay, so I think of towers as queens. I think as players, depending on the player, I think of players as either bishops, rooks, or knights, and I think of minions as pawns. In perspective.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, the king doesn't. The king is the nexus there.
Right, and the only difference I can think of to that might be a philosophical quandary for the moment is that minions are variably important depending on where you are in the game. Because you would want more minions if the game's going to go longer and not care as much about them if it's going to be a quick win. spectacular as far as people are concerned for players as they're coming up the ladder is how much CS they get. All that is a raw score of how many minions or how much resources they pull.
Holy shit, there's 4 of them on me.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
Top.
That's top.
Okay, I'm going. And that's why we want vision, is so we can adjust for it even on something like that in the gauge. Because like we can kill a whole bunch of people by ourselves. We can kill a whole bunch of people more with the team. Because right now they're sending the goon squad after me.
Goon squad.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Batman reference, yeah?
I'm going bot. So Lee Sin's coming through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an EVE Online reference. Goon Squad was like the biggest faction there. Depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah. Yeah, I've recently actually started playing For Honor, so I don't know, all the game, so League looks just so easy compared to that game right now.
Right, well For Honor, from what I've understood and seen, is actually reasonably complex.
It's very, very complex. It's not like any other game I've played before. I play, and since I'm the kind of guy that gets bored from any kind of game in the matter of weeks, right? If not less, days, maybe. Holy shit. That was a gangbang. And For Honor's the type of game, it's like if you combine CSGO and League together. So a MOBA and an FPS.
That's fucking crazy already.
Yeah. It's an FPS, but in order to block and or attack, you have to move your mouse to a certain... It's like a triangle, in my opinion. Or not in my opinion. If you're on PC, left block or attack, you move your mouse to the left or right. And a top attack is obviously move your mouse to above you, right? So that alone has just broken all boundaries of all other games I've played so far, and I'm sitting here like, holy shit, dude. What? You know, and... Well, actually, here's a better way of putting it. Mortal Kombat, League of Legends, and Quake. But less movement. That's the easiest way to put it, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. But,
Did you enjoy Quake or no?
Quake was alright, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I have champions right now. I
You know
have
who
this.
invented Quake?
I do not know.
The guy called John Carmack. And what's funny about John Carmack's invention of the game is he invented it while he's in prison.
Seriously?
Yeah, ID was built by a guy that was in jail.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
That's, I don't know. To be honest, Quake gives me the Doom feeling. It makes me feel like I'm playing Doom.
Yeah, it's the exact... It definitely is a knockoff of the same type of game.
Yeah, but in terms of like skill, or skill gap rather, you can learn it very quickly. But in order to maintain and or I suppose to learn the basics, learn to be an intermediate player is very easy. But to learn how to be a advanced and or expert player is another level of just holy shit. Right?
Sheer crazy.
Yeah.
And the difference between like skill levels and fatigue reminds me of that. The difference between a challenger player, tier player here, and somebody that just got on board with the game, night and day.
Oh yeah. Like now when I first started playing 2 years ago, I got in the game and I think I abandoned mid game because I was like, dude, when does it end, right? And then a few weeks later I got back in. I was like, alright, this is fine. On a different account, unless because I forgot my password and email already.
That feeling too, by the way. There's so much to learn in the first week. You're like, do I want to fucking...
Dude, Commando tried to well, rather Commando taught me the ropes in that game, and I learned that shit and from ground up, I nearly immediately. I was like, holy shit, that's fairly easy actually, right? Now compare Path of Exile to League. Well, that's a different story. 100 plus heroes, and then versus or an MMO, right?
Right.
Considering that I played ESO for nearly 3 years now, it's the Path of Exile is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
You know, League of Legends.
So ESO is a much harder game than Path of Exile?
Oh my god, it's just so much to keep track of. It's not in terms of like see in Path of Exile they have the same inventory. It's like Diablo basically. It reminds me of Diablo 3. Once you understand how the basics work, you could call yourself an advanced player, and you wouldn't know the difference between beginner and advanced at that point, right? Um, but then I'm drawing a blank. What was I saying? Shit. What game was I talking about? Sorry.
Path of Exile.
Other.
It's,
Oh, ESO, yes. Versus ESO. You know how Skyrim you've ever played Skyrim, right? I assume you have.
so I know about Skyrim, but I never played Skyrim.
Okay. Well, from basic then, Skyrim and ESO, they have a perk system, right? Oh, god damn it, not this again.
I just want to farm, man.
Yeah. Basically. Again, 3 to 7 here. Okay. I'm gonna go mid here. I'm gonna go mid here. So basically there's a perk system. There's like, it goes from stealth, speech, combat. So like combat can vary from shields, like blocking, swordsmanship, like short swords, long swords, medium swords, archers, maces, everything. Each type of weapon has a perk, and there's a perk tree for each weapon, right?
Right.
And considering that, what's it called? Yeah, so in total, I think there's around 1,000 different perks in all trees combined for Skyrim. Yeah, so that's a different story. There's a little bit. There's about maybe one fourth of that, but except that instead of maxing your level out at 80, this game you'll have to grind up to level 100, I think it is, which it took me a year to get there. And then after you get 100, you get a champion points, right? It's a little bit easier.
So basically, the initial grind is a big deal.
So it basically takes around a year and a half for you to sit there and build a character off what you decided a year and a half ago. So basically, if you just decided to change your mind, like, oh, I don't want to be an archer anymore, well, now you have to create a different character because now your whole build is based off of this one thing.
Right, and you bricked it because you're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, exactly, right? So now that you have 100 different points into something you don't want to be, it's just like, well, you know, shit. And so basically, in terms of comparison of that and Path of Exile, you could swap what you want to be basically by putting it 3 different perks into a different tree, bottom, top, or left, right? So I guess there's just no adaptability compared to ESO and what's it called? Path of Exile. You pick something, you have to stick with it no matter no matter what. I'm getting shit on here. Doesn't help that it's 34 degrees at night now. Celsius.
What temperature is that Fahrenheit?
Around 100.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking hot. So what do you do about that?
Nothing. I have 2 windows open, 3 fans on, and a door open. Nothing's helping this situation.
Really, like, because central air conditioning would be nice.
Oh, I don't even think it exists here in Canada, because, well, it's Canada.
Why not?
Well, we're used to snow, but we have air conditioning in the winter.
Okay, so basically you deal with this weather how much time of the year?
Usually it starts around October and ends around February.
As far as this temperature?
As far as snow goes.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. So
We have, you... What? Oh, I'm in, Nova Scotia.
Okay.
So...
That's Eastern Canada, right?
Yes, Eastern. But no, we usually have, compared to other provinces in Canada, it's not as bad, I guess, but still, well, I mean, Ontario just gets rain. They get nothing but rain. I think they get 1 month of sun a year. It's like, oh, well. So I guess snow isn't too bad, but still, yeah.
But it's part of living here, definitely.
Oh, yeah. And to be honest, I'd rather have snow than burn to death alive, you know?
Oh, same here. Yeah, no, that's a resource that we have or not have. I agree.
Sure, you know, buy 4 extra blankets, that's fine, you know? Kill me here, indeed. Yeah. See, it's just like
If
when,
you had to go out,
yeah.
which way would you rather go? Hot or cold? And the answer is, would rather not go out.
Oh yeah, perfectly. That's always the right answer. But when you don't have that option, well, you know, it's a different story.
So,
It's like the question: would you rather freeze to death or get burned to death? Neither, really. But you know, if you had to choose, I'd have to say frozen death because you know it would slowly happen, yeah, but you wouldn't really
and you
feel
could
it too
always put
much.
on more clothes.
Being burnt to death, that's the most painful shit I can ever think of. That's just torture.
I can't think of a crappier way to get being burned to death. Yes.
It's like a Jaws
Not that
movie.
being frozen is nice because that's a slow, painful death. But
Why is that?
unless it were like an absolute zero death where you're just like, oh, I just froze instantly and Terminator myself. Anyway, the theoreticals of nastiness.
Yeah. The shit that nobody wants to talk about.
Exactly, precisely. And we won't be going there today.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, it's do you live in Canada or do you
I'm in the United States in Nevada, actually.
let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time we had a conversation about Canada stuff in TCG as was about food. And it was just like, yeah, poutine. You know what poutine is, right?
No.
Okay. So
I'm
poutine.
giving you all honest answers, so.
Oh, I know, it's fine. Poutine. Okay, it's you have McDonald's, right, or Wendy's, right, up there, I assume.
Yes. We have that here too.
Okay, so imagine the sea salt Wendy's fries, which are bloody amazing, for me at least. Yeah. And then add gravy, lots and lots of gravy, not too much, not so much that it feels it like you're eating a bowl of gravy. Just so much that it sticks to fries and then all together, basically, so you need a fork to eat them. And then add cheese curds on top of that. Nice, like, melted cheese curds, like actual cheese, too, not the whole McDonald's bullshit. And put that in a plastic, or not plastic, but I suppose cardboard box and call it poutine. That's poutine for us in Canada. Except that it's hot and it tastes good.
Very nice.
Yeah. No, I think they won. Is this
This is blind pick, so all
Oh, I
the
see.
champions in the game are in here. Like Mort does not take a lot of brain power to play.
I was thinking, like, dude, if we're playing bots, which I didn't think we were because the names
No, we're not
alone.
playing people.
Yeah, but I was thinking, like, if these are bots, we're just getting pummeled here. Like, holy shit.
They're real people. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So I played blind pick just so you can see what happens when there's no filter.
Yeah.
The banning system exists so that you don't have to play against Mordekaiser, Lee Sin, Yasu, pick every other ridiculous champ in the game all at once, and then you're talking blind pick.
I need to learn a new character, to be honest.
Yes, I will help you do that, by the way.
Alright. What do you suggest for me,
But
then?
Ari's also not a bad one to start with, so.
Yeah, well, it's the only one I've started with for the last 2 years. Wouldn't call starting anymore. Oh my god, all the Mega Minions. Holy shit.
Right, and the reason why they're Omega Minions,
Yeah, because they got the crystal things.
the inhibitors on each
Yeah.
partner now. And in fact, if our allies had been worth a damn in those sections, then we wouldn't have had this giant flood of super.
I have a 38-second cooldown. I'm pretty sure I'll get that. Yeah, it's GG.
And the
Yeah.
reason why they're saying good game, well played instead of you guys are good is because we helped build that as long as we can. And the other 3 people on our team below, I mean, they're like brand new.
Yeah, I'm thinking like this Garn, I don't know, the Garn that I was playing top with, it was just his positional awareness, dude. It was just like, dude, I know I'm not good, but like, dude.
You can tell overhead what you're looking looking at scores, probably about silver, and everybody on
Silver?
our team was still learning the game. Yeah,
Okay. So that would put me, what, at Wood 3?
doesn't matter. I'm not here to talk
No,
about
I
you,
know,
so
I
just
feel.
help me be a better player.
Yes.
So now what we can do
I'm back
is
over
we'll
here.
just play blind picks until we're able to do draft picks for you. I'm gonna
I
get on
can-
a low
I-
level account so we can level faster,
Alright, sounds
and
good.
we'll play shitty people. We'll bomb on them, and we'll move up.
Yeah, see, when I'm playing people against level 15, 20, it's like when my bud Vader got on his alt account, which is like level 30, I just started shitting on people. I was like, what the hell's the difference here, you know? But when he got on his 230 level account, I was like, okay, well now it's time to get eradicated, you know?
Yeah, so I played on a high level one just so like I can see where you're at, and now I can play with one that's closer to your level, and we'll be great.
What do you think of that then? Honest opinion.
I think numbers don't matter. We should just play and get better.
Fair enough. To be honest
I'll
though,
be right back though. Let me just add your name into this notepad, and we'll be good to go.
oh good.
Yep.
Well, you're on a different computer or something?
No, on the same computer. I just want to
Okay.
make sure that when I come back, I can add you to another account and not have it be a shit show.
I feel.
Easy.
Well, the only reason I ask for numbers or like how you think basically is because I'm the type of person that I work towards goals, right? So the reason I stopped getting so motivated on TCG is because I knew I wasn't going to get senior staff, and so I had no other new goals to work towards. That's partially why I stopped getting so motivated, because I was like, well, there's nothing more towards to work towards, right? I was like, well, shit. I have the highest rank, I have all the responsibility in the world, and I can do it if I had the motivation, but knowing that, you know, nobody's going to say that, yeah, dude, there's a possibility you'll get senior staff. I knew in my mind, I was like, a 16-year-old having all access to credit cards and shit, I was like, yeah, I'm not seeing that happen.
So this is one place
Yeah.
with one hierarchy with one set of jobs, and you can create your own hierarchy, or you can go work there, you can go work for somebody else, or you can say none of that matters and fucking go play League as a pro LCS player at your age. It doesn't matter. Like whatever you want to do, choose a path and stick with it. You want to be a developer? Cool. So do I. Like there's nothing wrong with that in a million years. That's
Of course,
the path, go do it.
but the difference is, maybe not difference, but the fact is, with me at least, I like to know how bad I am, so I can at least, or how good or bad I am, or how average even.
So it's like baseball. It'll tell you at any point what it thinks you are, but I don't think you want to be limited by that number. 'Cause, like,
Well, hell,
I
in the
can
For
see
Honor
you-
system, it'll tell me I'm better than a player, then I'll get shit on him by like 10 times. So it's just like, well, you know.
Yeah. So there's three problems here. One is the system is evolving, and as they evolve the system, it's not always perfect. So like Iron Tier came out this year. There was not Iron Tier until this year.
Like ranks wise?
Yes. So
Oh,
there's
shit.
an Iron Tier, there's a Bronze, there's a Silver, there's a Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Master, Challenger tier, and I think it's Challenger before Master, and then basically like LCS pulls people out of Challenger and Master tier and gives them tryouts.
Oh.
And so if somebody gets to that level, which less than 1% of the world population, then they pretty much are it's salary time, and they can sign something and go to a pro team somewhere.
I see.
That's kind of how
Also, I have Zaya. I forgot to say, I play a little bit of Zaya.
Zaya's really good, and that's 80
And I'm
carry.
really bad at her.
Yeah, it's a hard 80 carry. So like
Yeah.
you can pick anything. You can pick any other 80 carry to start with, and it'll be easier than Zaya. If you want to learn Zaya, I get that. But start with something that for like Bronze and Silver Elo, for instance, which we'll be climbing out of pretty quick, would be easy for you to play and just shit on kids and move up. Because
Well, what hero would you suggest then, personally?
First off, I think Ari's great, but I think if you want to play mid, then I should play top, for instance, and that way we have that side of the map together. Or you play AD carry with Zaya, and then I take top lane or mid lane. We find somebody that's a decent jungler to fill in, and just play like normals until we get where we want. Level 30 on, you play ranked, and then those are matches that actually matter.
Okay. Let's see. Wow, level 30. That's a. Okay.
Level 30 is pretty fast, actually. I mean, like especially if you're playing with somebody that can help you get better at your own speed. It's not hard to get to level 30 at all.
I see. Okay.
So I'm going to switch to an account I have here that is a Smurf that nobody knows about.
Fair enough.
And so this one will come from. My invite will come from this other one. It's just.
I'm not up to date with all the friggin' updates in League. Jesus, so many of them.
I will be back on that account.
All right.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is like people are like, well, what happened in that patch? Well, did you read the patch notes? No, then you wouldn't know what happened.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm the type of person though. I really hate reading patch notes, just cause, well, more specifically League patch notes, because I know there's just so much shit packed in them. It's just
True story.
reading a
Not all of it's
novel.
even relevant. Not all of it's even relevant.
Yeah. So.
But if you know what you're looking for instance, it's character specific, and there's little tweaks there to help you know, like damage or DPS or an item that helps you in lane, that might be relevant. And all that's on a specific website for your character anyway.
Yeah.
Like champion.gg or League of Graphs or any of those. So basically you get that baseball level statistics if you want it, or not. So we'll do blind pick again. Keep playing what you're playing and we can tweak it. One thing I noticed is you're just going to work on your itemization build a little bit differently because
my item my item build is a little outdated just by, I don't know, 8 months.
That's fine. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to give you a site. You can pick the items that you want off there and tweak the character too, okay?
Alright. Didn't even know such a thing existed.
Oh yes. Just like it does for Path of Exile.
Didn't know that existed for Path of Exile either.
PoE.ninja.
PoE.ninja, eh? Let me just Google. So I usually play support, but...
And played with my brother from.
So as you say, it was PoE dot what, sorry?
PoE.ninja is the one you want for itemization for Path of Exile.
Oh, I thought you meant League. Oh, okay.
And the one for League that I like in terms of bare bones upfrontness, what we're doing is, and if I go in there and put in Ari, for instance,
Oh, you cut out for the website, I think.
level it.
So I have enough to buy a character here.
Probably
Alright.
going to be playing most people out today. Let's say it's bronze. You're playing right now. Well, hang on, 45.
You're lagging, bud. Oh my god, you're a robot. No, you're the Terminator. Oh, he's back.
The Terminator. It's not the.
So, okay. Question. Janna or, Ash? There's the, or not Ash. Oh yeah, I guess
Oh,
Ash.
I'd use a friend. That's why I'm not seeing account. Or I need to add. But I don't want to do it yet because we'll get targeted.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna try a new support character here.
Yep, and I'll play AD carry and we'll lane together. That sounds fun.
And,
Let's add you. There's an invite from you.
alright, I see it.
Or add friend option. Yes.
Also, that website you're talking about, what was it?
As soon as you come in here, I'll give that to you. It's going to be this one. Paste. Copy pasta. What's that? Add you. Scan. Website is right there.
Click. Alright, hold on.
And the reason we're having that conversation is not because you don't know how to build a character, but because you could optimize it.
Oh, I know I don't know how to build a character. That we'll put that right out there.
You're about to know everything you ever wanted to know about Ari. That's the type.
I think I've seen this before. I have. Okay, most frequent build and highest win percent. Okay.
That's it. And those
So-
are basically meta blockbusters that work. You can always change stuff later once you know how to break. But start off with that, and then you can make
Okay. I assume the starter thing, you start out with those items and you work towards the highest, or the, well, whatever the build is, yes?
Yes, and in that order, preferably, is ideal, but it also depends on the economics.
Okay. So I'm going to try out Jana here, or Jana, however you pronounce it. Let's see how that goes.
So that's a really good support character. I've seen her play mid before, but not for a long time.
Not mid, you said? I can go top. Or
I
bottom.
would go support with her, and I'll go AD carry with you down there.
Sorry, I'm just looking here. Okay.
Or if you want to go Zaya, then let me know, and I'll put something I can protect you.
Oh, dude, I'll get shit on if I play Zaya.
So play Jana to start.
Yep, that is the plan. Yeah. Flash and Ignite, eh? Oh god, I don't even know what
Jana's
any
a
of these
really
are.
good character, by the way. Like, there's lots of things you can do with that platform.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get to my second monitor here and just, yeah, alright.
I'm just playing on a laptop, and I have one main monitor, and I just have running both the same thing at the same time.
Oh wow. Yeah, I have two monitors. One turns off periodically because it's an asshole. Then I have my main 144 hertz. I have I have a desktop actually, more specifically. What the hell? And no, I could send you a picture of it actually. Well, actually not right now because my room looks like a, yeah.
You're like,
It's the kind of shit you'd find on Reddit that you'd think like, man, this guy's a slob. You know
I
that.
didn't go there. There are plenty of geniuses that are not well organized. It goes with the territory.
Oh, it's not just no well organized. I have 3 different pie plates up here. A plate full of half eaten food. I have 4 cups, 3 noodle bowls, some cologne glasses, water bottles. I have a clock inside of my desk.
Like Big Lemon to me.
Oh yeah, it's great. And I have a whole box of shit up top full of old hardware. It's great. Oh yeah. No, my setups. It looks amazing at nighttime, but in the day you're like, God damn it, this looks like shit. No, I'll play top here. So flash and ignite, huh? Okay. I don't know what does ignite even do before objectives?
So Ignite's going to burn somebody down and just save it for when they get low.
Okay.
And I don't have
Is it a range thing?
on this character. This is a conservative pick. And she's just going to poke at range and shoot things.
Also, does it matter like the precision, sorcery, domination, whatever?
Yeah, we'll get into that too.
Oh boy. Alright.
Best thing for Jana probably would be Inspiration Tree and
No, what's it called?
And as you level, more stuff becomes available custom for
Oh yeah. Oh, I know that much. I've seen people create that shit and whatnot. Actually, I think I've had an account that could play ranked and whatnot. Though that shit's long lost to oblivion now.
It won't take you long to get there, dude.
No, I don't think so. But
Well,
that is if I keep playing, you know.
You'll crush people.
That's my burger. Hello. You stay right there, bitch. Where's my? Oh, here it is. You're cutting out for me. Hold on. Let me say.
Like, there's just as many people smurfing as me on low-level accounts trying to get somewhere.
I mean, hey man, to me, smurfing is nothing more than a way to avoid playing legitimately, but saying you're still good at something. I don't know.
So in my case, the reason why we would do it is, let's say I want to get 4 accounts into silver, and one of them I want to train for a certain position.
Well, yeah, I guess if you don't use your main account to train for a, yeah, I got that. I guess.
The only reason I bring this up in the case is the New York Times actually finally wrote an article with smurfing about 2 weeks ago.
New York Times did? Why?
Yes.
Shit,
And that's
alright.
about the time that I got serious about smurfing.
Alright. Okay. So starter items would be...
Have an account to play with your friends. You'd want to have an account that was like hardcore the hell of your stuff. And then you'd want to have an account that was just like nobody.
I don't even know what the hell all my abilities do, so we'll figure that out.
I will tell you. So
E.
Varus is down here. I'm going to go. So it looks like Echo's probably jungling.
Okay, I was Storm,
If he
that's a
is
song.
jungling, then we don't want to leave you.
Why am I top alone?
Yourself. Yeah, that's the first problem. So Echo should have told us if he's jungling.
Alrighty. Should I come in then? Alright.
It's not mid. You could.
Aha. This game's already gone to shit, it just started.
REFK, it's a 4v5. We could type in /surrender and get out of it.
I think we're gonna surrender here.
/surrender, and once it's the right time, and it'll remake it, won't count against it.
Holy shit, dude.
Fuck that is. Like, yeah, I've never seen that. They apparently didn't like the fact that we knew what we were doing.
Backslash?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's wrong. Am I strong as strong? Am I retarded? No, I'm retarded, I don't know.
Too early to surrender, so we'll wait it out. If it were a rank match, the options are different for that. But the reason, of course, why we want to do that is to remake is half our team just left. No idea why.
Great. Zephyr, it's not cooldown, JI, gains 6% movement speed, active. Deals 55 match damage, slows their movement. Oh shit, that's pretty good. So we'll figure it out, I guess. Why am I lagging? Hello? Oh, hey!
Could be some of these internet problems or like a LAN cafe thing, I never know.
I've never been to a LAN cafe. They sound pretty cool though. Hey, there you go.
Bigger in East Asia than here, and bigger in places, bigger cities for sure.
Yeah.
And some places think they have a LAN cafe, but they don't.
Alright, well my Cubes has the slowest piece of shit cooldown. Amazing. What is this? Does more damage.
This is me leaving because they're up in Okay, so this is perfect. So now we're typing back to the surrender. I don't care. We're going to report this guy and get out.
I find reporting is the most useless thing on any game but League.
Actually, it matters here because what happens is if somebody leaves in
But League.
they get ID blocked.
You know, League. I think League is the only thing that if you report someone, they actually get banned, maybe.
Right. So actually, I get reports regularly from people, and then they've been gone or expelled or reported or whatnot. So it does happen. It works.
So wait, does a player get banned or temporary banned at least for reporting a false report? Does that happen?
I don't know. I've never reported a false report.
There you go.
In thousands of people, I've never done a false report. So I blocked Firebuster and Insanity. Probably won't see that.
There you go. It's your shitty internet. It's left the game. Oh look, reconnected.
Oh yeah, it's not. But it's also not our fault that we shouldn't be penalized for their fucking. That's.
Yeah, that's what I say in all games. But you know what? No game has yet learned that mistake. And when I was playing Overwatch, whenever somebody has left the game or something, and they're like, "Well, we lost this game now," I always thought like if someone leaves the game and they stay left, they don't reconnect at all. I think, in my opinion, top T, bitch.
Yeah, think about playing a bruiser.
Sorry. I was saying, like, yeah, if a player leaves the game, I think they should take the penalty, like the ranked penalty, of all the players if you leave the game. Mind you, that would be pretty harsh, but still, if you leave a game, it's basically a loss for your own team. So
like Dota is like that to a fault where if somebody leaves, they're going to be gone for quite a while. It's a lot more punitive.
Yeah. No, I like games like
Here,
that.
it's kind of like, hey, you get a report. Did you do it? If you did do it, own up to it, and then we'll keep going from there. It's not the end of the universe. But if you did it in ranked, they want to make sure that you're not doing that 20 times a day in ranked, affecting outcome.
Yeah, I hate people that just do that. I hate people that do it purposely, more or less. More so, rather.
The higher up you go, the less of it there is because
naturally, though.
Really does filter itself out. Like you're gonna see way less of that gold off.
I mean, if you're going through your like your ranking matches, I think it's 10, right? Or
Yeah, placements are 10.
yeah.
And placement system is
Usually, if you leave during a placement, it's not going to put you in diamond or something.
precisely, yes. Thank
Yeah.
you. So
No,
those
I know
10
that from
matches
just
matter more than
yeah.
a lot of people think, but also
Oh,
like
significantly.
what did you do to get ready for your placements matters.
I mean, if you're like level 200 and then you're just starting your placements, then it's just like, well, the system's automatically gonna think like, holy shit, what do we do?
Anybody that's played that many matches.
It just hops in the rank, or you're just gonna slaughter the enemy team.
If they end up in a
neat house.
200, they should uninstall.
You know what's funny? That'd probably be me. I'd sit there, rank
Well,
level 200. Here, let's do our first rank game. Oh, that was easy.
Based on system changes, like you could say that like somebody could come in and win 9 matches out of 10, and because of they could win 10 out of 10 and end up based on who that they played with and get kicked out of platinum in 5 matches.
Okay.
It just depends on so many things. Like this game is filled with so.
There's just so much to learn. I know.
There is.
It was any game though, really, but more specifically League or MOBAs in general, actually. I'm gonna try to E this time. Okay, so 1, 2.
That's the button.
Yeah, I feel. Okay. Alrighty, top we go. And so I need boots. What the hell are those? B? No.
Usually 300 for the first one, and you don't really need tier 2 boots. It's probably until like level 7 or 8.
Oh yeah. What
I used to buy them early all the time for a speed advantage, and it turned out it wasn't really
boots? Boots of mobility. Right? That's my first item. Fight my honor. Alright. Meow. Where are the leaves? The leaves. Oh, hi. Haha. We're already getting the shit on top here. It's fun.
So this is another weird blind pick thing. Because it's blind pick, you can have 2 of the same champion. I'll cause a match.
Oh yeah. I've never heard of that, but alright. Probably have seen it before though.
Aliens. May the better alien win, of course.
So how much does Ignite do? 70, eh? Okay, so it's like a bar.
So it scales as the game goes on. But
Yeah.
starting off at 70 points of your damage, you need to just give a shit about armor.
Oh, smooth. What the hell? What does my W do?
I can. First time playing Belka. I'm gonna absolutely shit on this kid.
Uh-oh. Nice. Holy shit. Is that you? No.
No, that's somebody else. able to do whatever you want meta.
Oh, I need to recall here.
Everything in League does something different for your items and for your loadout. But like, if I'm playing an AP character, for instance, as you might imagine, I don't want to build it.
Yeah, I feel that.
There are exceptions there. Yordles, for instance, are true hybrid characters. Build a Yordle hybrid part of this game and it'll work.
The hell's a Yordle hybrid?
Well, they can use AD and AP equally.
Ah.
Little known fact. Except by those of us that can't Reddit. Or to lurk it, whatever you want.
That makes sense.
The only reason I have for doing that is because I'm going to play against Dude. And in there is a section called Summoner School that actually has the map. Like you pointed out, the MOBAs are filled with a lot of people who think they
Yeah. No, that's it's just literally when a player thinks they know how to play. It's just they watch a few videos or they watch a few people play and they think, oh, that looks easy, right? And then when they actually get down to playing, it's just that they're overestimating themselves immediately, even before playing.
That's part of it. And the other part is the fallacy that they can put is going to get you on day one. For instance, the guy that plays Tryndamere, the guy's name is Fog, that runs video.
Yeah.
Fog, favorite player in the world. And like, I don't there. But I imagine it's more than most people. It's more in this lifetime. Likewise, for somebody like Iron's champion, your tier hybrid player.
Hmm.
And it's because Ivern's kit is really unorthodox. Most people don't even figure out how to use it. And if the party knows how to use it together, then you're going to win a lot of matches. You can build a kit around Ivern, but you better have some pretty smart people in your group who know. And that's one cool thing about League is like we can play this game with utter morons at this level, or we can put in some specialized people from my group that build how to build, when to build it. They've been playing, and that's because that's what YouTube videos get made on.
Yeah. And most videos that people do watch are either outdated or just no longer even.
Your YouTube is filled with stuff that you're just like, okay then.
You'll watch videos from like 2-3 years ago, be like, oh yeah, that looks easy, right? And you'll hop into a game and be like, wait, hold on now.
Yeah, information is interesting right now. So.
God, sometimes I hate playing support, to be honest.
We're 8-0 on these guys.
Are we really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're shitting on them.
feel bad.
I don't. I like
It's like
pummeling
already
people.
I do like pulling people off all three of my skills and watch them melt. It's unfair.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Which is why, given the option, I try to smart this one. But it's time. It's like you'll meet people in this game that'll actually be your.
Oh, I'm lagging. Ugh. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god, we're gonna shit on this kid.
So those rewards are funny too because they make the landing phase even faster. So for first turret it's like 150 gold. I think first blood is 150. All those are like scaled down from what they used to be because champs would just snowball so hard off the first.
Yeah, I feel. 300.
So I think
Holy
they made
shit.
it that way so it would be less notable, but it doesn't. You still snowball. Wendell, for the most part, plays only snowball champs.
Yeah. You play this one a lot then, eh?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you play this league a bit. What?
I'm going down and have a nice cup of tea and a piece of lemon pie.
Alright, I'm gonna play League of Legends.
What?
What?
You play what?
Game. I'm down.
I already did the last round.
Oh shit. 17 to 1, boys. 17 to 1.
Yeah, this is like the worst kind of I've ever seen. These guys just shouldn't like be playing anymore. And the like surrender at 20 medium is true, but it's like it exists for matches like this, where it seems simply cannot be back.
Not really about to kill this punk.
Based on skill. Like I basically wasted this guy in lane so hard that he doesn't want to come back.
It's amazing.
And there there are certain price points, at least in a hard match, where you'd want to back. I would say that like probably about 1,000 gold is a good price point for like every 10 minutes, but it's a because let's say you get 4 kills inside of 3 minutes on somebody, which can completely happen. Then of course you want to spend that gold rather than be carrying it around for the rest of the match, because that's a resource that you're.
Yeah, I feel. Okay, that makes sense.
And that's particularly true of a mode like Airgram. The game happens twice as fast. That's why people practice built in Airgram.
Oh, I'm dead.
They're not used to the channel. They'll go play it there and learn it, and then they'll take it in. If they had a good outcome.
I'm really not liking playing support here, to be honest with you.
I think you're a hard carry.
Am I?
Like me and like when.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Help me with Drake. I was just talking to you, I think. Alright. Wow. You've yet to get a tower on top, so that's
Right, so he is a funny one. That guy up there that looks like a samurai with all the.
yeah, no.
He's
Naturally,
really like a
yeah.
skill cap champion, and you can dominate him with CC really early. And unless he builds right or gets to head in as far as like a snowball type scenario where he gets a lot of kills, he's pretty much useless after like.
I see.
Depends how many people are on him, but like yeah, you can kill him with CC. He's not a high skill cap champ for a reason. Like most people start.
Holy shit, one of their guys is 0-11. Is that the guy you were shitting on? Yes. Oh,
Sorry,
dude.
Mike cut out there for just a second. I apologize.
Mine?
Mine, I think.
Oh, it was fine. I can hear you.
Okay, good. So you're probably 3 hours different from me. You know? I'm like West Coast U.S. and you're East Coast.
Yeah, something like that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
This Mijai Soul Stabler item, I only buy this in the online world because it's basically sits there, it stacks cheap, and it can end a game.
Ooh.
See?
Oh, oops. That was not the right key. Oh.
Your E is an interesting one too. If you put that on an AD champ like Varus, you're giving him a shield plus you're giving him damage, and I think most people on the other team completely forget about the fact that you do that. And also you can put your E on tower moves, and it is a defensive.
Towers? Oh, I never knew that one.
Yeah, Janna's really multi-purpose. And the hard thing about your ult is usually the second you ult, people are going to try and key in and kill you because you can keep a whole team up. But if you use the back line and they can't get to you, then you're not only baiting that team into us, but also keeping everybody else around you. They use the pain in the ass. I just fought him top lane, in which he shouldn't be able to do with Vel'Koz, to be honest. Like, he should murder Vel'Koz all day long.
I see. Okay.
Yep. I'm amazed these guys haven't have depth. They're probably going to wait until like exactly the market back and call.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
Like, there's no way they're going to fight. It's 30-3.
Holy shit, are they really? Or wait, no, this one.
So do you see how Zillion was throwing bombs at me?
Nope.
That's the champ kind of in there in the middle, the Chronomancer guy that I used to rescue that one game.
Oh yeah.
So the funny thing about him not only is the res super OP and people forget about it, you know it went off when people are like flashing after he lets it go.
Yeah.
But the rest of his kit is a slow off his E. He can rewind his skills with his W and reset them. So basically his cooldowns are non-existent once that gets high enough. And the champ itself has a lot of mobility and quick auto attacks. It's really a lot more lethal than people think. People make all these memes about him and stuff. He's a lot of fun to play. Definitely the black sheep of the cheap hero look.
Nice. Nice kill.
I'm like, if he wants to stand there and take it in the face, well, I guess I'll give it to him. And you can kind of look down in the bottom left. There's two different option sets that let you see stat.
Yeah, I have my champion set up right now.
You already know this?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, see, you're great because I don't have to teach you all this crap. You already know it.
Well, yeah, when I said it, I want to learn. I guess I didn't specify too specifically.
Oh, it's good. I have to figure out where people are at anyway, and I can have an honest conversation with them, vice versa, so that's good.
I see. This tower's almost down. There you go.
I don't know how many of them are in DFF, but this is over in about like 2 minutes. One shot.
Cool. Nice. One tower down. Yeah. I'm stunned. Oh! I can't. Holy shit, man. That's good. Alright, wow. How long was that now?
That's quick.
Yeah. That was against natural, evenly matched game, I'd say. An hour, maybe.
That was not even close to fair. Matchmaking is busted because of
Smurfing.
not only Smurfs, but like the fact that like League makes you win a certain amount of matches. And so that gray area is what those guys ran into, and it was not pretty for them.
Yep.
So it just unlocked Inspiration Path for me, which is really cool for anything that's caster based because to get movement out of it. And then on top of it, it just gave me 6,300 blue essence, which means I can buy a lot of little champs on.
Yeah. You know, I already know the currency and stuff, how the, yeah, that shit works.
There's MF, so that's good too.
By the way, what are you ranked on your main account?
I think last year's was silver, and then it kind of bounces around in there. But
Okay.
right now it's, I think if I just sit and focus on one account, I'd probably get it in gold out of money.
Is Master Yi a support? No.
He He is a jungler, and sometimes you see him as top lanist, and he's really ballsy.
See, I want to do a jungler hero, except I don't know how to jungle, one, and two. Um, well, yeah, I just don't know how to jungle.
Alright, so
I don't know what it
basically
means to
what we do
jungle.
with that,
Yeah.
in case you get autofilled in that position, we would want you to know just at least enough to play. And so basically jungle revolves around three things. You want to basically figure out how you can get somebody to maximize their lane and get kills and get their tower quick. You want to keep your jungler alive by basically wording correctly, and if you have synergy with, it's like, you know, that's a good place to gank. Usually you come back and gank that more than other lanes. If a lane is carrying and they're doing fine, let's say they're pushing the tower and they're killing opponents badly, you don't even want to gank them. Let them just keep playing. If the lane is losing, that now becomes a good lane to gank if it's safe for you to do so. You have to figure out.
So basically, you just support other lanes, right?
Yes. There's also resources on the map that are for junglers only. I'll show you where those are.
Yeah, like the what's it called? The boss mobs
Blue
and
and
shit.
red. Blue and red, and then like you have Krugs, and then you have Raptors.
So all the entities then, yes.
And wolves. Yeah, all the stuff on the inside of the map is basically jungle mobs.
And you just basically kill them, yeah. That's all there is.
You kill them, and you want to figure out the path between the lanes and the jungle mobs.
Okay, so basically just learning the lanes.
It's learning. So
Or not lanes, sorry, the jungles, yes.
You're very close. So jungle is its own lane because it doesn't have a lane.
Okay.
And as a result, you basically get to pick: do I want to kill, PVE mobs, or do I want to go after players? And as you get through that succession, you figure out what's the exact right one for each place, or you can gauge how strong you are versus how they are. You can tell it. You can tell it off level. You can tell it off position. You can tell it off stats. The more you play, the easier it is to play. Jungle is the hardest spot in League of Legends because you have to know a lot about the game. That being said, once you get good at it, it's the most fun spot.
Okay. I'll try to jungle then, huh?
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Alright.
I suggest doing an AI just to get used to the item path, but then beyond that, play players that would be good.
Sorry, what was that? Play
We should play an AI game with it just so you can figure out the jungle path.
Okay.
And then you'll also figure out your load item for whatever, your load series for whatever it is. There are AP junglers and AD junglers, the ones that use magic. Attack speed is funny in this game because you can use it to take towers faster, or take jungle camps faster, or just to burst players down faster, right?
Okay.
And attack speed works across, I would say, attack damage items better, but there are also AP junglers, for instance, and AP ranged champs that attack speed matters.
If I may ask, what is AP?
Oh, okay, so AP is ability power, and AD is attack damage.
Okay. Well, I knew AD, I just know AP.
And so, a good example then of an AP champ would be Janna, because your AP is going to affect your heal, it's going to affect your tornado damage, and it would also affect your W in terms of the damage you would do.
I see.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
Stuff like this, good to go. And there's a guy on here called Heretic that's also a Canadian player. And I brought him to TCG this week.
So wait, sorry, it was AM or AP and what else? Sorry, you're saying?
So if we go back to your thing that I said.
No, just the abbreviations rather.
Oh right, okay. AD is attack damage.
AB.
AP is ability. Yep.
AB. Okay.
And when you look at it, it's AD or AP based on the colors that are on it. Basically, I'll show you how that works.
Let's see.
I will go. I'll go mid. A good mid laner for me is Echo because they just won't even know what to do with it. right back to it.
Oh yeah. It's still 4th of July for you?
Just started here for tonight, basically. I mean, it runs all day, but
Are
tonight's the
you in
fireworks.
China, dude? It's the 5th for me now.
Ah.
I mean, like, I mean, it's only 12:45, but either way. So that's you a few hours behind me then. Alright. Un momento.
That guy's all trying to control me and tell me that Ward wasn't good. Ward. Shit out of it, unless you.
And we're back. I'm craving food. Yeah. Oh, a perfect time. Yeah. Basic damage. Oh, meditate. Healing, eh? Start with that. I don't know beast combo here, so we're just gonna double. And all items here. So wait, where do I jung at? Oh, you're not even here. Oh, perfect, dude.
I am back.
Alright, so jungle means playing anywhere in the map, yeah? Or other than mid-top or...
Basically, like, off where we're just right there.
You want me to go there?
Yep.
Alright,
Careful, there's a guy mid lane right there. Go around.
I
Not
see
mine.
that. Yeah, you have 3 junglers. Smooth.
Probably there is, so for instance, Ward is the top, and jungle for you, you're probably going to want to start blue right there most of the time with you.
Okay.
Now what's supposed to happen is your team's supposed to niche for you and form up around it so you can get...
Sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
Your team is supposed to kind of form up around this for you so that you can get it without the enemy team stealing. Just go ahead and hit it. I'll hit it. So I'm just basically here to help you get it, and I'll bounce. And you also want to make sure that nobody in your team last hits it and runs off the buff. Alright, perfect. And what they're supposed to do is basically whichever side you're on that has the buff is supposed to be the people that's helping you get it.
I see.
Oh, they brought 2 people in. Not very
So
sporty.
you're saying blue and red. What do you mean by that?
Oh, so blue is the buff that you just got from your side. That's going to affect, like, the blue buff does different things than the red buff. The red buff is oppositely opposed on the top of the map from where your blue one was. Definitely not Ward's first rodeo. And don't gank mid yet because I don't know. But the fact that you showed up is perfect because it means that we have a jungler that has presence. Just do that.
Wait, sorry. Say it again.
Oh, I was saying it's great that you came through there though because it shows that you have presence and that you're not afraid to go mid against them. Because there's a lot of psychology to jungling too, and I'll go through that now later.
Alright. Dude, you're a good coach, not gonna lie. You're really good.
I live here. It's just my favorite place. Everything else is
You could live for me, guy.
real life things that pay the bills. And I'm happy to again help develop their potential here. I
Gotcha.
think it was missing. It was missing for me on the way up, so why wouldn't I provide it to people if I know how to do it?
Fair enough. And so, wolves are red, yeah? Also, what does this blue buff do?
So the blue buff is going to give you faster cooldowns, which means
Okay.
shows up faster. Your E cooldown is faster, and your W cooldowns. The Alpha Strike is funny because where you started from is not necessarily where you end. Now the other thing that's going to be funny about the way this scales is because to me, if I fight them by myself, I get all the XP for one person. Assuming I do.
Well, how do you tell if one thing is, what's it called? One thing's red or blue then?
There are only two buffs that are I'm talking about on your side. There's red, which is right, blue, which is the one you just took with me help. Which is a good thing to do anyways, because if you were forced to take that by yourself and the enemy side invaded you, which doesn't really happen at this level yet, but it will, then we will be in a position to help you get your buffs and not have that be a problem. Is you get resource challenged and behind taking your camps, enemy jungle out levels you, and now you've got a situation where it's real hard to catch up. And that's completely what's happening.
Oops.
Sorry, good luck.
I meant to teleport towards tower.
And the
Huh?
get behind is just to keep taking more red now.
And so Yi is AP or 80? 80, right?
So if you do this one,
Hmm.
that's gonna basically think of each buff as
I see, okay. Why is the why does everything have a texture, like a texture pack sort of thing? Well, the towers and whatnot. The map itself, I guess.
It's because I hate something.
Sorry, what?
Research on it, but there's one I don't like.
Hmm.
I've never done it yet. I actually kind of like it. It's different from what I've been seeing for a long time.
Yeah, it's all right. I was thinking like, is it like an event only type thing? That's all.
It is an event only type thing. That won't be there forever.
I was thinking like, if you could change your map texture for a player first player, that'd be pretty cool. And so, what does red do again? Sorry.
Oh, so red, if you roll over it when you have the buff, it's like
Roll up under.
typically the blue is cooldown based, and the red is attack damage based. Like it leaves a longer burn when you hit.
Okay, so more damage basically.
Pull there, so be careful of that. Yep. And so right now, because he's 6, you want to gank other lanes. You don't want to.
All right. So probably bottom then, yeah.
Just keep leveling up, and then when you're higher level, then
So just kill shit until I'm higher level then, right?
yes, because what happens is you collect those resources. People will tell you to. And team, without helping my team, for instance, it's a really hard position to play. Like I've never seen somebody capably, effectively to do it. You can hard carry and do it, but it's gonna look. It would be the equivalent of somebody playing basketball and just shooting 3-pointers and winning the game without any all the way to the road.
Fair enough.
So the nice thing is I'm already out leveling these guys. I'm already out farming them, except for Mort. Mort has more farming. He's actually a good Mort. And now what I do is basically build a key, which I'll build faster than they do. And in theory, this lane will be over. And even if they take that tower, it still doesn't matter. They had to use 2 people to fight me the entire time. But like, I don't consider that losing lane because it was a 2v1.
Holy shit, I'm like 5 levels below everybody.
Alright, so here's what we're going to do. More air.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah, just meditate up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you'll see here that there's this red board there.
Oh yeah, you're killing the
Because they prevent vision from being around them. So like the red prevents any other green from seeing its area. So you kind of clean the ass for the other team because if you don't kill those and somebody runs through them, then the enemy team sees where you're going. So you always kind of want like just keep in the back of your head where those are. Is once you know where, or you want to kill them outright. It's actually the support's job to try and if they don't always get them.
Sorry, you cut out?
I was just saying it's kind of the support's job to kill those, and they don't always get them at this level.
Oh.
So his ult's weird. He takes me to the nether realm with him, and I have to fight him in there. No one else can enter.
Yeah, I've seen that firsthand like 3 times already. It was kind of annoying.
And it is a colossal pain in the ass for most people because Mort is so strong in 1v1 that he's killing.
Yeah. No, I've seen that in the last game, or the game before rather. That was
I've seen Phoenix just repetitively do that to me.
that shit's hilarious.
Like I have a meme in my channel that's a Phoenix Mort meme. It's really funny. That I made to keep him important. Alright, that's a really fucking good big arm vendorizer.
Nice.
Slot. So I'm gonna go back mid on these guys because they're pushing.
Yeah, I see that. Come from behind.
And the funny thing about some of these fights too is like we don't need to obliterate them, even though we probably will. If we just show up and push them back off tower another lane. Like it's a complete fallacy. Yep.
I
It's
get
nice
her.
when you do.
Yeah.
And ideally you eliminate somebody and then snowball the lane.
Well,
Yeah, just try and stay alive there. That's a pain in the ass every time. Okay, that's great. You must be a noob or else he would have killed you.
yeah, he kind of chased after me for a few seconds. It's like, awesome. Let me hit him with a Q.
Right.
Yeah, that's hilarious. She's so low, dude. I wanna hit her with my Q. But...
So Echo's ult is an interesting one. Rewind basically means that, or Chrono Break rather means that you will go back to wherever you were floating guy around you.
Got him. Sorry, yeah, you were saying?
And when that rewind happens, you can't be hit in that process.
So, what does my R do, by the way? Just before I use
your
it.
R on E, I think it's Highland.
Yeah, Highlander. Champion
So read that
passive.
one before you do it.
Increases movement speed, attacks with speed, and grants immunity for just slows for 7 seconds. While active. No, wrong key. I'm dead here. Well, more time to read it.
So I wanted to come in and help on that, but like
I accidentally pressed W.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Because Andy's ult is a giant fucking bear that we're in.
Dude, I remember seeing the animation for that. I was like, that's pretty sick. Then I got into a game after that, and I was like, that's not so sick anymore.
So Andy's ult, Andy is one of the easiest AP carries.
Oh, I bet.
Once you have, for
Ult.
instance, Tibbers down and your auto attacks are down, like it's just a pain in the ass. That is a like no-cost champion to learn mid and kill everything.
Wait, it reduces the abilities by 70%? Whew, baby.
Yeah.
So my ults just kick ass and passive then, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
His ult is definitely something people are terrified of.
See that?
And in any game mode, he's nasty in ARM, he's nasty here, and he's nasty in threes and custom. He's one of the best duelists in the game, which most people succeed.
I'm gonna lose to a giant monster, shit.
So the reason why I ulted there is just knock my head off.
Yeah, okay. Try to bait him.
And what you're doing there can also be used to bait somebody in a
That's
tower.
what I was trying to do, yeah.
Good. Try to come bot with me. Actually, we can kill him right now.
No tower.
Yeah, we just won't.
Oh shit. Nice teleport. Oh, you're dead. Maybe. Oh shit, nice. Uh, 3 seconds, eh?
Yeah, against a good player, absolutely, but not against.
Yeah, guess not now. Bot, you say? Alright, here you go. Where? Bottom? Okay.
Yeah, the reason I'm saying game bot there is when they're pushed in that far,
Yeah.
it becomes a good time to get back up.
Holy shit, you were low.
And so Kale's ult is interesting. She's going to heal you, and then when it goes off, it's going to drop kind of an AoE attack. Kale's, when the time goes on, she does more and more order distance. So, an auto attack right in front.
Come here, bitch. Woo!
And Kale
Milliseconds.
That's a really fun support job.
Alright. Yeah. Cal, you said?
Yeah. And it's fun because she's a top player that's not her, but
All my life. Nifty. They're
In
getting
a
they're,
close game like this, nice thing to do is fight back about every 12.
Sorry, you're saying?
Oh,
Oh, you cut out again.
like 1,200. Alright, so they did
Whoa!
ticket her.
Popped into there, not expecting that shit.
No.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm back out of there. Oh god. Oh. That was a mistake. There's 5 of them there.
Right.
Yeah. Their entire team dead? Yeah, almost.
I'm dead.
Nope.
Nope.
Now there.
He missed.
He misses all. We're losing, dude. 15-7, eh?
Yeah, we're not really losing that because I'm a second half champ.
Oh yeah. I feel.
Oh yes. I'm slow 1 through 6, and then after that, I begin. Like the fact that I didn't feed early against this, their deep shit.
Dude, there's just one there. Alright. Yeah.
Alright, so what we want to do now is prevent them from getting more dragons, because those are cumulative. Every dragon a team takes is about a 25% chance they're going to win.
Dragon? Where's that at? Oh, Ash is here, eh?
Dragon is right there, that pit. Now, likewise, what they're probably doing is stacking on the other side of the map for Baron.
Mm.
And we don't want them to get tons of Barons either, or even Rift Heralds, because they just knock over our team cap. So controlling material is one way to win. Position's another way to win, and just beating the shit out of them, getting a lot of kills is another way to win.
Yeah.
This blue and red set of lights means worth fighting.
Yeah.
There. If that's over, we fuck them up.
Oh my god.
And he's moving slow.
I'm getting shit on here.
That's fine. I wasted somebody there. And so the problem with an assassin too is like being up against him. He can pretty much one-shot me unless I get a lot of armor or a lot. Now there are items that provide both that and damage, but they're late game items.
Yeah.
Get AP scaling, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
is uncapped. It just goes. He's gonna get this stat, but eventually he'll get one shot. Vagar's little purple dark robot.
Look at that, Annie. No.
That's right.
killed?
So the Ash is doing a lot of damage with attack speed, but she actually has no damage per se. So if we get in a fight with her where we take her out early, it's not like she can like one-shot anybody. She has to just repeatedly hit them until she kills them, but she's going to get lifesteal out of them.
Yeah. Oh, dude, lifesteal's such a pain in the ass. Especially if it's per hit. Oh my god, if it's per hit, it's just deadly.
Yeah. And that's what she has with
Yeah.
It's good on Ash.
Nice.
This is rough because board is going to do this.
Holy shit, man. This Mord, man. Dragon's over here, by the way.
Yeah, so don't worry about any of that. Just come back to base and defend. Try and kill her.
Oh, I didn't even see. I didn't even see. My bad, my bad.
Yeah, just hit beat it back.
Yep. I'll just walk over there, flank him. No! Out of the DUA. Oh, Annie's low. I'm back. She hasn't recalled yet.
So see how KO just fucked up Tibbers?
Man.
Man, this is one where I don't want to get too close.
What? I'm dead here.
So click
Mhm.
fight and see what kind of damage that does.
Click what, sorry?
So when you die, doesn't it give you like a box up at the top?
Oh, yeah.
Click on that box and see what killed you. Like read off what kind of damage it was.
It was a Ignite and basic attack off Annie, but 2 assists, well, mainly an assist off Ash from her volley and then the Enchanted Crystal thing.
And the reason why that death built.
You're cutting outside again.
That data matters at all is now you know what the build.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think I was just being a little bit too clueless this game. I wasn't leveling up enough.
We were learning a lot, and the board is ridiculous, so don't feel bad.
Well, no, I'm just taking my performance into perspective here. Saying I just wasn't performing as well. That's loud. Holy shit. Wow.
Is it really?
Hmm?
Start breaking this.
Your mic's cutting out for me.
Hang on, let me reboot Discord. It's doing some.
Okay. Right.
Alright. Let me just look at this message real fast. Check for updates. That's what's going on.
I don't think. Oh, excuse me. I don't think there is because. What's it called? I rebooted Discord this morning and I have auto update on. I didn't get any.
Okay, good deal. I just have one message from somebody that I play with. I just want to see if they can join us or not. She's probably too by Elo for us right now, but I'll see anyway. No, she messaged me back about something I messaged her about hours ago.
There you go.
She's definitely on it. No, she worked hard though. Like she worked all day and then came back and like started playing winning matches with me. And I'm sure went to go play with her boyfriend.
Shit, man.
He is actually really good. I think he's plat tier.
Oh shit. Yeah. Apparently, well, the guy I think. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I'm in his channel too with her. Like they have their own like kind of like esports channel with a bunch of girls playing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. The guy I'm supposed to be playing with this Saturday here. He might be. I think he's the guy that he might be my employer soon. And he also plays League, and I'll be
Cool.
playing him in place of my brother or sister, whatever you want to call
Do you know what lane he
it.
plays?
Huh? I
Do you
think
know what lane he plays?
he's a tank, so hella fine now. Probably mid or
He played top. He played
yeah.
top. He'd be a top laner.
But yes. And apparently he's like around Platter Diamond, so it's like, well, it's
He will definitely be able to show you some things that I can't.
that'd be something. Well, I don't want to go over there and be completely clueless and be like, well, you know.
You'll know enough to be dangerous, and he'll be able to teach you stuff that I can't. So that's really good.
Yeah, that's at least that's something. It's a starting point.
In fact, here's what basically you should think of in terms of each level. Iron, we're gonna get out of super fast. Bronze, we'll get out of super
Where
fast.
is iron? Is iron above silver?
No, iron's before silver. So, like,
Oh.
let's say we've never played the game before. It autofills us into iron, basically, unless we do really well on our qualifiers, which we might not. And then if it goes well, we get out of iron after playing 5 divisions. So, bronze is 5 divisions, silver is 5 divisions. And in those 5 down the whole way, you get something called a. So you get more LP, you get out of each division. Once the 5 divisions are over, there's like a 5-match series to get out of it. And
By the
that
way,
basically is what carry.
what second trade or perk, whatever, like other than Ignite, since I don't think that's good for you.
So I happen to like. It's really a question of whether you want to go domination or precision on you. Domination electrocute's cool because you shock them off your initial hit and then you finish the alpha strike and you're stunned.
Okay. No, but I meant the
really
perks. So like
depends on
teleport and Ignite. I need something to replace
okay,
Ignite.
on the
Yes.
silver skills, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be like Flash and Ghost are good, and also Flash and Ignite's good if you need to pin kill. So I'm just gonna pick some. So I got 30 seconds. Let's see. I've got to go with.
You're gonna be.
Do we have an 80 carry? We don't, so I should 80 carry. What can I use? I can use Dash. I can use Corky. Caitlin's a good conservative pick. I'll do that.
All right, I'm gonna go run down and grab a piece of lemon pie, real quick. All right. up yet? No. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. I'm back, sorry.
So this game is a little different because we've got a Z mid. That's basically a mid hyper. The Vega, and actually there's a couple weird things here. The Vega should shut down. If it were me playing E for you, I would probably just work on getting blue.
Just blue?
Junglers and try and mix them.
Okay.
And try and pay attention to what the team is like blocking these gangs. Just try and finish people. Don't worry about that's coming. We'll teach you how to do that. But look for picking up kills like where somebody's already fighting them in lane. And just fucking
See, my problem is looking around. It's hard to keep track of everything for me.
come down here. Start blue together. And Wolf's is good. You can do Wolf second. Where you just work.
Sorry, I'm just eating pie.
I love this guy.
Lemon meringue. Lemon pie, yeah. Yeah, lemon pie.
And so what we want to have you do is just start it and pull it out. Hit. I would alchem's that. And then when you hit level 2, the next thing you want to get into your E first.
Alright, you first?
Oh, for your skill, you want your E first. Or second, rather.
Meditate, then E first? Or E second? Yeah?
Meditate's third, that's your W.
You want? Oh, I already got it first then. Well,
What'd you get first?
my meditate.
Okay, yeah, start with your Q from now
Okay, okay.
on you.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we back off this. Got it. Hit. Rise threshold. Something like that. Zero idea. That's wacky. Oh, these guys are already down here.
I'm gonna die.
Your jungle, so
Wow, that's about that.
I don't know. I mean, lunch. Yeah. So the enemy has this bottom bush warded. That's why like the minions saw me. How the minions react, whether or not.
There's an E down here with me.
Right. I'll just burst down until it's over. And by the way, right there is where the enemy usually likes to. I'm gonna go mid.
Ah.
Yeah, you'll notice this crappy thing on me that looks like a pair of horns. That's thing that he's hunting, and that means that he basically, if he's within a certain range of me, can see. So I always want to be careful when I see that because it means he's trying to find me.
Well, level 1. That's nice.
And executing is funny because if you do that right, it means the enemy team doesn't get any gold for you.
Huh.
Trying to avoid it until like usually they're just like guys are like, when they shoot them, they're
Bruh.
and that would have been a good guy to help.
I did not make you. Do now,
That's
though.
alright. Now you do. And then as a jungler, don't feel free to take farm from a lane. Just know that most people are going to freak out if you do it.
I figured
They
as much.
They think it's their farm, but it's all bullshit. Like, just ignore it. You don't mute all and take all the farm. Especially at this elo. Like, I'd rather have you have that resource than, like, for instance, somebody that's going to... And so they have an E too. It's a mirror match. You want to make sure that you out-level that E at all times before you gang. Blue and red basically count as a level for you, so just try and add that on to whatever he has. And don't want him if he has blue and red, you don't, and he's higher. Unless you see a clear cut advantage where you can kill.
Naturally.
Right. I know you know that, but I'm just saying it.
Yeah. It's always good for the reminder. After all, I did ask for some advice or help, whatever.
No, it's fine. And you'll, you know, I'll tell you it'll be good. If anything's redundant, tell me, because I hate to be that guy.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Good. This thresh is actually...
Pie. Nice. So once I have all three abilities, what do you recommend leveling up next?
Hang on with it.
Hmm?
Second.
What do you say?
Right now I can hear you.
Oh, I said, well, once I have all three abilities, what do you recommend leveling up second?
Oh, okay. Think about that path that you thought for Ari,
Hmm.
and there's something like that for you on champion.gg, but it's personal preference. I usually go Alpha Strike first, I go E second, and I go Meditate. As useful as that is, you want to be able to do it out of... It used to be like super strong. Did that a couple times to see. It used to be super strong where you could meditate for just damn near anything because AP was busted.
Okay.
You can still do AP. Really strong moves. Now this is Thresh. He's almost dead. Thresh right now, if you come in an Alpha Strike, he's dead.
Yeah.
sure you don't start right next to him, start far away from him, and you'll fucking kill him in one shot.
So not next to him?
One more auto.
I'm stunned. I'm dead.
You're level 4, you're level 7, never mind.
Oh,
Yeah, just
good.
keep getting jungle camps, you're fine.
It's funny. I also need to buy shit from the shop. Delicious. All right. Woo! Nice. Huh?
Because I've got
Man, you're really late for me. I don't know if that's just me or otherwise, but maybe it's just me.
these guys as long as flexible. Nice. Wow. Yeah.
There's two
I
enemies
was
that.
gonna ask, do you have your own Discord?
Do I have my own? No. TCG's one I'm part of. Huh? Say it again. Boy. What'd you say, sir? And guilty. Alright. Yo, Guilty, you there? Guilty? Oh, good sire. Yoink. Nice. Nice. Monkey. Not too shabby. That was pretty fun, chat.